welcome to Game Changer World. John, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing fantastic. We had a very busy weekend, and I have a feeling we're going to have a very busy show tonight. The way you and I are talking, we have some thick notes here, and it looks like our listener Clown here says he's got 3 hours of work left in him. So we'll try to see what we can do. I don't know if we're going 3 hours, but another lengthy show is on the way. So hello to everyone who came in tonight. Good to see all of you. Again, the chat just gets longer and longer. The names get longer and longer. All of you, thank you so much for coming in. We love you so much tonight. B, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I hope we're not being infiltrated here with the Vandal 48 intro being leaked in there at the beginning. Yeah, I guess we will talk about the takeover from Vandal 48 later on. Well, throughout the whole night, probably.
You know what? Let me flip that on real quick here. And yeah, we'll keep chat rolling right through there so everybody can see what's going on, even on the non-live version there. So much is always going on in chat, and we're actually proud of all of our chat members because I think we have probably one of the most well-informed, respectful chat group. I don't know what a better way to put it is that's out there. So thank you again so much for stopping in tonight. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but super thankful for that. How you been, B? You've been somebody mentioned in here real quick, was it Scion was mentioning they were playing, what game was it they were just saying they were playing? you were playing Arc Raiders, huh?
Yeah, that game's been pretty fun there. Yeah, someone said Yakuza earlier. Arc Raiders is the new crack for me here. Yeah, that kept me busy with all these shows with this weekend too coming up here. Yeah, I was going to say, when we were talking about thanking those names, did you want to thank some of the names from last week, the people who donated?
You know, that sounds great. I'll go ahead and go through that now. So if you can, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That like especially really is appreciated if you can do that. We read and appreciate all comments. Super chats are available if you want to donate. And a sincere thanks to James Noter, Carnival of Chaos, and ZSJ Mal Brooks, who donated last week. It really does mean a lot to us. Yes, and as always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us. Sit down and relax. You're amongst friends. We're going deep into the night, and we have a lot to cover. GCW was in Dallas, Texas on Saturday, and in Wichita, Kansas on Sunday. We have 18 matches, a few debuts, a return, 2 Jersey J Cup advancements, and 3 title defenses to discuss. How you feel about that, man?
And a match to watch.
Yeah. Also, we have a match watch along. I'm just curious. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we jump into our match watch along for the night?
Next week's interview. Are we going to save that for the end?
Oh, we could do it right now. And at the end.
Let's tease it for the end. Let's make the listeners have to guess till the end. Time spent listening tonight. Time spent listening.
Our interview for next week is fully confirmed. Just got done talking with him a couple hours ago. So we're in a good spot here on this one. And, actually, last week was the first time we haven't had a guest unable to show. It took 3.5 years. Yeah. So not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Especially for professional wrestling. Let's be honest. People can be everywhere when it comes to that, right?
And I think people will be excited when we get that interview going too. I think that will be a shock and shock and worth the wait for sure.
Yeah, this one's in the works. We're gonna figure it out. All right, so tonight we'll be traveling back in time to July 4th, 2019. The event was called GCW's Backyard Wrestling, and it took place at Parts Unknown USA. This was the very first one. It was groundbreaking. The match tonight will be Alec Zayne versus Tony Deppen. Now, we had a choice between 2 matches tonight. We had 30 votes, and it was split directly 50-50. So it was my original say anyway, and we had the poll. So I just told myself we're going to do this one tonight, and then when it comes my time again, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, I'll just go with the other one because they were both equally popular.
Real fast, William Bruno is not Manders. We can confirm it's not Manders, but we did interview Manders. Go check out bodyslam.net on YouTube. Game Changer Weekly. We used to be over there, and we have quite a few interviews over there with Manders, Blake Christian, Brandon Kirk, I think, was over there at that time. Yeah, a lot of interviews over there. So go check out bodyslam.net on the YouTube, Bruno.
Oh yeah, Body Slam was fantastic to us. Always have, always will be. They let us fly over there, and that's where we had tagged in 20, 30 some interviews just in 1 year there. So yeah, over there at Body Slam, Game Changer Weekly, you can see some of our earlier work. We had so many interviews. I'm actually trying to pull it up here real quick without going too crazy. Stackhouse, Emil, Cole Radrick, Alec Price, Blake Christian, Jack Cartwheel, Adam Galt, Brett Lauderdale quite a few times, Dan Perch, Manders, Loco, Brandon Kirk, Effy, Murdoch, DeMonto, Redacted, Tremont, Mason, Fuego del Sol, as Fuego del Sol at the time, right before he switched, by the way. Yeah, so I mean, that's what's sitting over there, and we did that roughly in about a year's worth of time, and we're plugging along over here. We're going to be... I think we've been broadcasting for another 4 or 5 months, and we'll be a year over here, but we were officially allowed to pull the trigger on March 23rd. So we're actually coming up less than 2 months on when we started.
Oh, CPA, that's for LA. I like that. Before he goes, Ishmael, yeah, we're going to have some issues later, Ishmael. Definitely we'll have some issues later there. Yeah, Bobby Flacco. We got Bobby Flacco over there. Yeah, go check out Body Slam on that Game Changer Weekly. We did a lot of fun and good interviews over there. Someone was bringing up here that we got the professional backyard show tonight.
That's true.
No BS one. Yeah,
if it's GCW, it means professional.
I'm kind of glad you did this kind of match. Like I said, I kind of hope that this is what MDK Club. We'll talk about that later. Some announcements, or one announcement at least for that. But Ishmael, yeah, that's been in the works. Jordan, we've been trying to get Jordan on here for a while. Jordan's been a busy man since his return, and even before his return, working. So we've been trying to lock that one down, and I think it's going to be a little bit harder now, even with him announcing he's all elite. So congratulations to that. But that one will hopefully be down the road here. Sorry. Go ahead.
If you blink really, like if you really squint real hard in the back of B's wall there, you'll see a Jordan Oliver flag. Yes, Atticus also is one that is in the works. When it comes time, I think there's it's going to be a special time when he comes on. It'll probably be more story related, something like that, and I think there's a time and place for that one. Everybody knows on that. So we're looking forward to that one too.
Cosmic Joe, I have something very similar to that in my notes. It's pretty funny. We'll definitely be hitting that up later. But yeah, sorry, chat distracted me here. This is why I want the MDK Club show to be like laid back, fun, just like a fun atmosphere. I know we talked about it a lot last week. Kind of what I was expecting from this, but I'm kind of glad you picked this match, because like I'm going to kind of keep my matches I'm picking over the next couple of weeks leading into collective. Yeah. More kind of collective themed. I'm going to be picking some World on Lucha matches, some Freedoms, some stuff from Freedoms and New Japan to try to get us new excited. Not showing New Japan stuff here, but yeah, we're going to try to keep it themed. So I'm kind of glad you did pick this one, because like this is kind of the vibe I want MDK Club to turn into during collective weekend.
In the works also.
Yeah, that was
in the works also. Bubba, good to see you.
Hey, you guys gotta stop guessing here. Maybe we should whoever guesses it at the end of the night, we should let them know. Give them a little prize. If you're gonna be in LA or somewhere, maybe get a little sticker or something sent your way.
I'll tell you this much: we rarely ever heard. I think we've heard one or two that are no's, and it's not personal. It's more like they just don't do interviews. We've been treated like gold from everyone. I mean, really, super thankful.
And hit.
Yeah,
I guess I'll give one little hint on the next one. Can I give a hint?
Absolutely. No? I mean, we're gonna bust it open later.
Well, anyway. I guess on the one that we're waiting on. The one that we're waiting on, I'm gonna say I think a lot of people have been waiting to hear this person speak in an interview capacity. Let's put it like that. I think that one's gonna be definitely worth waiting for.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out here later on.
Yeah, I'm not definitely Justin not showing New Japan.
No, we can't. I don't think we can do that. Really, I think we'd get X'd real quick on that one. New Japan's pretty good on copyright.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one. All right.
Okay, so yeah, back to this match here. No, perfect. Actually, it's a perfect time to pull it up. We selected this match because we felt this was one of the top indie matches. I'll say more like I don't really want to drag B into it. He might not agree that this is one of the top indie matches of 2019, but between that and the backyard setting, awesome. Tony Deppen was our heel here. Alex Zayne was primarily an unknown outside of the backyard companies. He was recommended to Brett by Tony Deppen, interestingly enough. So Alex's performance in this match was a launching pad that elevated him as a high flyer at GCW, later working 53 matches for us. He earned shots at NJPW, ROH, AEW, Impact, and had a brief time at WWE. Tony remained at GCW as their gatekeeper. This first GCW backyard event, and specifically this match, are both remembered as important moments for GCW's growth and for elevating the backyard style. So are we ready to get started with our match of the night, B?
Yeah. I just want to say, like, my little piece, I'm glad you picked this one. This was, I think, a lot of people, if not everyone's exposure to Alex Zayne, and boy, did he make an impression in this one. And yeah, Tony Deppen, someone said, I hope to see him back later this year. So underrated. Yeah, hopefully we will see him in 2026.
Yeah, everybody sit back and relax. Alex Zayne versus Tony Deppen from GCW's Backyard Wrestling.
We fixed the sound, sorry.
Not a problem.
There we go.
I'm going to drop down the comments here so that we can just go straight from here.
I might have to show one clip like later from this event. The guy when he shoots himself with the firecracker. I believe it's this one. I have to show that one. That was literally the funniest thing I've maybe ever seen in wrestling.
Oh, good question, Reed. Does anybody know what Alex Zayne called himself here?
Very talented, technically sound.
I'll pull it up real fast.
B's got it.
I don't care what people think. Has no problem telling you what he thinks. Sometimes it's inappropriate. But
there we go. Ropes are nice and tight.
Yeah, that is right there. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I like how like that trampoline just sitting there too.
Both sides.
Right.
There's two on that side. I think one on this other side.
He's like the gatekeeper.
They were ready.
Uh-oh, we lost our. There we go.
Oh, great drop.
Wow. Alec, it doesn't say. It kind of just says Alex Zayne on Cage Match. But it has all the other nicknames on Cage Match.
I'm surprised he got up that quick. Oh, run through Rana. Oh,
counter by Zayne.
All right.
I miss Zayne. That's another one I would love to see come back.
Almost fired Deppen right out of the ring there. Deppen going to take a breather here if he can.
Screwball, good to see you tonight.
Yeah.
Oof, look at Jesus. Like no fear at all, just going into that
hear
grass.
The thud of the bodies colliding, and as well as
Yeah, you can hear the thud of his tailbone on that ground.
That's the one thing that this whole match, Alex Zayne just throws himself right onto the floor every single time.
Wow.
No kidding for a backyarder. Look what shape he's in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can. That was.
These guys are just swinging for the fences here, Nick.
Give him the monster sauce. Okay, that's where there's that sauce.
Walk through the yard here.
Is that Joey in Budweiser shorts? Yeah.
Yes,
you can see it right behind Tony.
Absolutely. I was gonna say it looked like the.
Oh my God!
Maybe I'm wrong. Oh.
Look at this! Like there's zero hesitation. Like
time was the charm.
You know, like when we see the backyard and they know about taking the bump, they're gonna take it differently because they know it's gonna hurt. Alex Zayne's just going nuts.
Only two. Using that trampoline as a springboard, which I guess is its.
I had to say it. Don't kill me.
I think I said. Was that no?
This is what a once.
I thought I saw one of our listeners back there. It's the wrong guy.
Oh, watch the grill! Watch the grill!
I was gonna say, don't touch the grill. Man, some people are watching in luxury over there.
Hey, we had those chairs when we went to the backyard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
We were
fishing
far
chairs?
away. Yeah, we were far away too. And they're like, "Oh, we're not going to get any action near us." And then
Nobody can see
Joey's
anything.
just doing.
Hold on, what happened there?
Who do you wrestle that night?
Orana from
St.
the
Louis,
tree by Tony Deppen. We're being told by the ringside faithful.
Was it Joey? I think his cousin. Didn't he wrestle his cousin?
The guy took the face with the fucking.
What is his name?
I couldn't tell you on that one. I'm
His
sorry.
cousin that he wrestles. His cousin wrestles too.
He's
I
gotten
forgot the name,
personal
but he did like
here.
a suplex and carried him like around the whole ring and like up and down the cornfield right next to the where we were sitting.
Oh,
You could hear the impact.
Look,
You
there's
could
Marco
sense
Stunt.
the intensity.
I can't see shit, but that's all right.
Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Trying to get in there.
Ow.
mm.
What was that?
Gage, what was that? Gage
What
got to
the
be at
fuck
least
was
on
that?
commentary during MDK Club.
I'll tell you, he is
Donnie
the
Prime.
voice of GCW when it comes to the
Taking a
fact that
full
he's
rotation
saying
all
what
the
we're
way to his
thinking.
body just crashing on the
Right?
lip of that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Screwball. It was Donnie Prime time, yeah.
All right, I agree too. I don't like purple either. Really, it's a girl color.
Tony Deppen now with the chair.
Oh, Gage.
What do you think, Jayne? Oh, all right. Throw him in the ring. Good spring.
1,
Two.
2.
One count.
Still got some actual wrestling in backyard wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Got a boo boo. Tony's got a boo boo. Go check on him.
Deppen in control of his purple-haired opponent.
I have to
Deppen
say
hates
though,
the
for
color purple.
backyard, this
He
is
hates
so
people.
well.
Really, the only thing Deppen doesn't
What
hate
they're
is
doing is
wrestling,
so
as far
well
as I
done.
know.
You generally don't see backyard wrestlers doing stuff like this. It's usually just spot. You know, lights out.
Yep.
We definitely don't like these fans.
So I think even Zayne right there, like, hey, this is wrestling. What we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Deppen trying to just wear down Zayne here.
See, this like seeing Zayne kind of makes me got to shout out KJ for his backyard performance last year,
Deppen
even with
throws out a
that
lariat.
elbow injury.
Nobody home as Zayne fires him in.
Stand him up.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Right on the kidney. Or the appendix right there. Very sensitive region.
Let's go.
Frankie, East Coast, how you doing tonight, buddy? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, all bangers.
Deppen taking a walk now. I'm not sure. Deppen using a
Drama.
ladder.
What drama was going on this year? I forgot the drama. Just
We got vet fans, Mike and Teach over there.
did you hear that, fan? Tony's climbing the ladder. Hey, you're just as tall as Alec now.
Oh, is that what he said?
Man, this guy's taking way
Oh
too long,
my
Kevin.
God.
He's
Oh,
giving
the
Deppen
injuries.
all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time in the
yeah.
world to recover.
Yeah, he's got
No.
all the time in the world
Did
to
you say
recover.
Deppen's on Twitter?
Cage came back during last year's field.
I was going to say, wow,
backyard
he's
show.
really relaxed.
Frankie has a point here. It used to be the regular roster pretty much doing silly things, and now primarily
Wait a
we're
sec.
getting
Deppen
more
taking
people
a chair.
coming in from elsewhere. Like we had the
Deppen now
Korean zombie and
stunned.
whatnot. I get that. I get that.
Zayne climbing all the way up
I like
that
seeing the
ladder. He's
mixture.
trying to get on top
I
of
like
that-
seeing them have
that
fun. Like
trailer.
I know. Like,
Yes.
one of the funnest matches I've seen in backyard was Ricky Shane Page against Jody Threat. Like those characters and just how they played it out was awesome. Like you saw them
Deppen's in trouble
literally
up there,
go into a
Nick.
different character and just show off a different side of them. I think that's what made those first couple backyard shows fun.
Smart move.
Yeah, it is. It's fun to just see him messing around. Like when you were at the one where Janela's coming out of the pool and just
Deppen
directly
has
into
a
the
wife
ring.
and a family
Yep,
he wants
that
to
was the
get
one I was
back
at.
to.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Then you got Jay Sawyer. I don't mind Jay Sawyer and Little Skittle tearing it up and main eventing. Like they had a match. They had a good backyard wrestling match. Like it was. Oh my God! Right next to a freaking brick.
Fuck.
Look at that.
He's out. Look at his eyes.
Backyard.
Oh my goodness.
He came
Oh,
with
so I didn't know that,
aces
Reed.
and landed on that cinder block.
Okay,
Again.
I have to say, wouldn't it be cool to them to maybe come back here for number 10?
Tony Deppen asking everybody to stand
Too
the
hot.
fuck back.
You're gonna have
Look
people
out.
dying.
Eh.
Wait a minute. We almost saw the early morning guy still die right in front of us in the.
Well, not here, but just a backyard 10, you know, back to the original place.
Oh, okay.
Deppen
Sorry, I thought you were
Deppen
here in
in
Vegas.
this
I was
thing.
like, Jesus.
Oh gosh, no.
I was like,
No.
they're going to wrestle in 120 degree heat.
It's been tried. You know what? The Skittle and Jay situation, I had an idea about that. I think they should do Skittle and Jay every year. And then year over year, we see how it gets better and better and better. And then, you know, go from there. You know, homegrown talent.
Zayne is insane, man. That was nuts. Off the trampoline, rope, moonsault.
JCW and GCW need to work together and make a backyard wrestling 3 game.
That'd be fun.
I'd play it.
Yeah, we can handle it as fans, not wrestlers wrestling in an 120 degree screwball. Hey, I saw like a couple like that Summer Sam weekend. A lot of those wrestlers, like I don't want to say names, but like I saw like a couple of them get like got to go under the ring and get sick underneath after like during their match because the heat and wrestling so many matches. Even it was at the FSW arena and like there's no air history there. Like it's rough, man.
Those swamp coolers don't always do the job.
That's why I ran right to there when I used to go first seat for my spot right next to it.
Yeah.
Zayne, I miss him. What we got to do? Bring him back for one night.
I don't think he got him all the way with that knee.
Turned him almost inside out. It looked like.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is this? What was that?
Nope.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
I don't think Deppen knew what he was wanting to do there. It's not his fault.
Somebody's gonna die out there. But
Nick, someone's gonna die out there.
Only 2.
You know what though? Reed's right. The Big Vin farm is a perfect spot, and yeah, him and Frankie almost died over there.
That's out east.
Here today in the backyard. Game Changer Wrestling's unique take on the time-honored tradition of backyard wrestling. I think it's been decades now.
Oh,
Deppen at the last moment.
we haven't even got to the fun part yet.
Nope. But this is, again, as a backyard match, this is way more mature than you'd normally see.
Alex definitely impressing. Maybe Deppen underestimated him.
Is this a 6:30?
Taking his time.
Oh Jesus!
No.
Twisting.
I think the 6:30 goes out of the ring.
God damn it!
If I remember.
Oh
correctly.
yeah.
Good night. What?
I forgot about that spot in that match too.
I miss Tony sometimes.
We got KJ out there throwing hats now. Speaking of,
Whoosh.
KJ's filling that role now from Mansour and Tony. Definitely going to talk about whoever made that comment in Dominic Mysterio heat. I have that in my notes. Like, there's no one getting heat right now like KJ. That's what makes it hard to cheer him on when he has good performances at the backyard show like last year.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny. Even then, you could see that Zayne was wearing those split-toed shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Hit him hard. We got the best seats in the house right now.
That was a weak ass kick.
That was a weak ass kick, he said.
We need Nick Cage back.
Oh, Jesus.
We do. I think it would keep the wrestlers a little more honest.
Deppen's
Even
not
in
done.
commentary.
Oh shit!
Two. Tony trying out for Lucha back then, even.
Deppen turned it up a notch.
Did we ever get Tony on a World on Lucha show? Gringo's got to make that happen this year.
3 here.
Oh, that's a good
That's who that
question.
is. Like,
I don't know.
I forgot about that.
Holy shit.
Shit. He went all the way to the house with that one.
I forgot about the diving destroyer.
How the fuck do you
Wow.
kick out of that?
Ryan
Tony
T, I
always
couldn't
had
remember
a
who the
great-
referee was.
Tony always had a great I can't believe it face.
Come on, Deppen, put him through. Man.
Tony was on World of Lucha, Dallas. I can't remember. I know he was pushing that one year.
He's getting the gun. One of the fans is getting the gun.
He said he's getting a gun.
Door.
We're gonna get,
Oh,
we're
door.
gonna get kicked off YouTube
I'm
here.
not trying to get locked up again.
Oh my goodness, Nick has been the
here we
highlight.
go. Wifey up here, up and close with Deppen right now. She
Every
looks a
time he
little nervous.
talks is
Cocky as hell.
furthering the argument we had that he needs to be on death matches. Just doing commentary at minimum.
All right. Your man's got full control right now.
Let's go.
All right. Put him through that. One fan is just fired up in the front row. Love it.
One fan is fired up. That's his
How about
that's
that?
his
I
old
thought
lady.
that's who it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, that's what I thought that was.
Murder check. All right.
Who passed away, I think, last
They
year.
want
Rest
to
in
see a
peace to
murderer
her.
in the ring.
They're ready to catch that 25 to life right now.
Absolutely catching the case on a worldwide live stream.
Look at that GCW logo too. I just noticed it.
Zayne,
Wait a
Oh,
second.
the bloody one.
Deppen
Yeah.
fighting
Old
desperation
school.
tactics.
I missed the one with the red. Has like the little red around it too. I
With
missed
the
that
with
one.
the red star or
Wait a minute,
whatever.
no.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
There we go.
Jesus. Thank you, fan.
That's all right. Good setup there. Good shit. Good save. Problem is, Deppen's on that shit now. Nah, he ain't getting up. Zayne's got this.
Deppen in a whole heap
Yeah,
of
here
trouble.
it comes.
Look, the exhales he's doing there.
What do you think, ref?
This was insane.
That ref's weird. There we go. Anyway, let's get back to this awesome shit.
Alex Zayne.
Oh my god.
Well, this is a
Could be the
nice shot
moment of
right here.
victory here.
Oh, shit.
Not even close. Cleared it.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect. Laid his back right on his stomach too.
Cleared
Just
it.
perfect.
Was it the next year that he jumped over the car? I thought it was this one.
Next year I think was the.
Need a pull.
Even Deppen's girl.
So there you go. That was primarily, I'd say, on a larger stage, the birth of Alex Zayne.
And Rip
And
Tony
Tony.
there. Oh my goodness.
I think that was a good choice for this evening. Usually we go bloody as hell, and we just had to do a little something different for once.
I didn't even realize that. I forgot. Vikingo, yeah, stole that from Zayne there. Vikingo used to do that all the time.
Yeah, you know what? Great choice. If GCW released a backyard show on VHS, I'd buy it.
All that like outside noise was what made that match for me. The fans, Nick Gage on commentary.
I'm gonna try something here. Actually, no, I think I. Do you like it like this or do you like it like this, B? Actually,
By the
I'll
way.
keep it over here so it doesn't block a name.
Yeah, I like
We've
that
never
one.
used this before, but we kind of like it. We tried it last week for about 3 minutes, and I think it's
Yeah.
better for everybody. I like to. I tell my wife like, "Oh, somebody said this," and then she'd have to go back through and dig it out. And now it's just here and available to read the chat. And again, I like showing this off. I think we're a great chat here. You want to go into the news?
All right, let's yeah, we got a lot of news to go over before we even start the review.
All right, so kicking off the biggest headlines this week in GCW news. We were targeted, B. We were targeted by Atticus this past
Stanley
week.
was done.
And we spoke a little bit about it here. I don't know if it was just we made it happen or whatnot, but you mentioned how, oh no, it could be Stanley or Atticus or something. And Atticus took a little cut of you and me talking and made a little kind of a pre-video promo. What would you like to call that?
Teaser.
A teaser. He made a teaser talking about, it was basically showing us talking about, we need to know if we should boo the face or cheer the heel and where he falls in those lines. And so Atticus had an answer back and it was called heel or face. And I have to say it was probably one of the best promos he's ever done. And I wanted to play that real quick because I feel like we may have been part of this, but I also feel that this puts everything in clearer vision. His character and his direction are in much clearer vision. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. It's almost 3 minutes long, but definitely well worth it. Go ahead and play that now, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Everybody keeps asking me to put a label on myself Because I know, in your head, that makes it safe, right? If you can look at me and identify me and tell me what I am, then that gives you the power to control how this story ends. Is anybody ever truly all good or all bad? See, that's the lie. Listen, I obviously didn't come up alone. I don't think anybody really does when you recognize that you move with what moves you. It's pattern. It's what I mean when I say, I am everybody. The GCW World Championship didn't give me power. It put me in a position to show me where I stand in this structure of professional wrestling. And now I have to defend my GCW World Championship against Manders, the one built on work, the one built on showing up and doing it the right way. And that's understood, and that's why people trust it. The truth is, I'm not defending this championship against Manders. I'm defending it from going backwards, from slipping into old ways, because I'm in control of where this world championship ends up. This is the timeline where things around here stop being argued and start being understood. Where doing minimum effort doesn't get you world championship matches. Where being familiar with the crowd doesn't guarantee you shit anymore. In this version of GCW, the room reads the energy, and the people actually feel the shift. Violence isn't chaos here, it's a statement. You don't win here because the crowd wants it, and you don't lose because it's your turn. You exist in Game Changer Wrestling based off of how you to what happens next.
I'll just stop it right there. What do you think about that?
What do you think about that? He's talking to you on that one, not me.
All right,
Okay. I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think he very clearly explained himself. And on that teaser video, the question was asked of you of what we wanted to see from him. I think I don't want to steal your notes there, but I have. That's why I said I want you to answer though, because I think he's right there.
I think he said a course correction. I'll start right out there, and I'll also say I think he course corrected me in the proper way here. I think he was very clear. I wrote down some notes from what I feel like I learned from this. He said he was fluid and doesn't want to be put in any creative box by fans. He's the champion and in control of the narrative, basically telling us to slow down, don't assume anything. He's a mix of many influences, and he's defending the championship from getting in the wrong hands and taking the company backwards, which I fully believe in. He wants clarity in all things, not questions. He talks about lazy people in the company who coast on familiarity. Get that one. He explains the breaking of the walls between heel and face and just going with the tide of the match. The violence he chooses is deliberate. He couldn't be cast away or just shelved anymore. He's built by pressure. He moves within gray areas. He doesn't belong to any side. He just belongs to change. Sorry there. He teases he belongs to something never experienced before, which I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. But my opinion, I feel like he answered all my questions clearly and set the tone and direction for his title reign. And again, delivered a memorable promo. I'd have to say bravo, as long as this doesn't get stopped midstream. That's my concern is with our debut or with our returning with our return here later tonight. I kind of do worry. Do we have something good here that gets chopped down? I know we're going to talk more about this as we go further along, and B's staying quiet because he has strong feelings on this, and so do I. So we're going to look forward to seeing where this goes. Next piece of news, yesterday was a year since Hammerstein 2. That's a year since Allie got hurt, a year since Effy and Tremont won their respective titles, and the Extreme and UV was put together. Now, the one piece of news that I almost want to let you fly on here for a moment, congrats to Alec Price and Jordan Oliver. I'd have to say, in just 9 months of working together, they've shown amazing growth. Congratulations from my end. B, though, you're a Jordan fan from well before all of this. How do you feel about Jordan moving up?
Got hit by the mute button. That's what I just did.
I was going to let it slide.
Nah, I had to calm myself on it first tonight. No, I was happy. I've been saying it for, I want to say the last 2 months, almost every show I've said, watch these guys, like they're going to be picked up here soon. AEW, Ring of Honor, like they just feel like they're going to be picked up. They're going to be picked up, and then they started being used on Ring of Honor. And to get the All Elite status is, I think, a big point to that. Like I'm glad they did their matches Ring of Honor, kind of got their toes dipped in the water with that, but they shined, killed it, and now they're going right from that phase right to the All Elite roster. And I'm going to get my match, hopefully, Young Bucks against Oliver and Price. And I asked Tony Khan, I tweeted at him, man, once they announced it, I need that match in Vegas in February. AEW's coming out here. If I get to see Young Bucks versus Alec and Jordan live, that will be like, yeah, that would be it for me there. Like, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I've been asking for that match for months, and then now the AEW's coming here in Vegas. Now this new signing, shout out to them. Like, they earned it. They killed it. Alec, too. I don't want to just hype up Jordan here. I'm hyping up both of them. As a team, they have killed it. And as you said, I think Jordan was with that WWID program. If he wasn't injured, I definitely think he probably would have been a part of that with Jack Cartwheel and that group. But for me, I think the injury might have been a blessing in disguise. I think he's better off, like I've been saying, him and Alec Price, I think, better off in AEW than WWE. And I'm happy for them. I'm so excited. I was joking with you. I said we got to start an AEW Ring of Honor podcast now. And yeah, we got it. Like, there we go. That's what I was going to say. Not only did we have I almost said East West Express because somebody said that in chat. Buster and the Brain getting signed. KJ Orso showing up on Impact Wrestling, TNA Wrestling. Charles Mason still doing Ring of Honor stuff. Cardona, WWE. Like, the GCW, like, regulars just got, like, not poached, but wow. Like, it's so cool seeing all these people we've been covering these last few years and all these hype and all these things that we've been saying years ago and hoping for. Seeing them get their moment now. I know you're going to hit on the same exact thing that I'm going to say right now, but it's like, we're happy to see them succeed, but we're going to be sad to see them go and not see them anymore as often as we would. And that's the unfortunate thing about doing what we're doing. And then, like, this is the hardest one, obviously, for me. We've had a few ones that we like to come and go from GCW, but this one, hopefully we get to see Buster and the Brain a little bit more in GCW before they go full time to All Elite Wrestling. But I'm excited, hopeful, and happy for both of them, and even KJ Orso with Impact. I gotta say, we'll seeing him just randomly show up too on top of all this news. Yeah, I'm excited for what Buster and the Brain could do in AEW.
I just want to say thank you so much, Carnival of Chaos. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
it's so cool. I love when these come through. We appreciate it so much. A lot. Okay. So you covered a couple things there I did want to talk about for just a second. Number one, this one ripped my heart out just a little. I'm not going to lie. I feel like Jordan and Alec both were some of the stronger reasons why we love doing this podcast, because we felt like almost inadvertently we were supporting them here also. That's just how it kind of works. But at the same time, we're there to see everyone succeed. Understandably, that's heartbreaking at times. It really does suck to be sitting there and talking about this person, that person. You're texting with them, and then all of a sudden they're so busy that they're not able to do this or that. And they just kind of go into the next thing. And if we do our job, B, they learn, we learn, and they move on. And we're like the loving ex-girlfriend,
Hey, I'm a teacher. I'm used to it, man. I see them grow from kindergarten to 5th grade, and boom, they're gone. But we get to see them grow, and then now we got the next group to cheer on and get ready for the future of GCW.
But I'm not gonna lie, really, you and I both are kind of joking, but an AEW podcast was kind of tossed around a little bit because we're like, dang, it does hurt. I looked at the women's squad over at AEW, and half of them have been in a GCW locker room. I didn't count the men's side, but I'm sitting here going, damn, it really did hurt. Not gonna lie.
My first reaction, honestly, was like, holy shit, yes, good for them. What about April? Like, I was like, my reading, like, Collective, are they going to be here in Collective? Like, oh God, like, are they the signing of All Elite? Like, they're getting the AEW treatment. They're getting like the Speedball going to AEW, and like that's another name. Like, we forget that, like, that's been there for now over a year. Speedball, like a GCW, like Mao, don't get it started there. Don't. That might be in the works here. We might be doing something there. We'll see. Time is a killer thing nowadays. But seeing all these our fan favorites kind of grow up, and would be kind of cool to still cover them and still kind of cover new ground too. I'm an AEW since day one. John, me and you talk about, like, we've been AEW fans since really the beginning for us, so that would be a fun little thing to do as well. But this GCW and this weekend alone takes a lot of our time as it is. So
yeah, it's just, but we've talked about 100 things before too. We talked about covering different companies for a podcast here, covering independent wrestling, I mean, we've really looked at it from 100 different ways, and gosh, we're just thankful we've got this kicking really hard over here, because wow. But yeah, if we ended up finding another way to do something else, I think we'd primarily just keep this kind of formula, which is just two dudes talking,
right,
with a couple notes just to kind of get us through. But
very laid back notes.
Yeah, it is what it is. But the other thing I wanted to mention about this whole thing, when Alec and Jordan did their thing, even as both of us being big fans, we were saying, get your music straight. We were saying, get the promos rolling. Weeks later, they're rolling their promos. I'm not saying they're listening to us, but I am saying they probably understood or heard at some point, hey, and the reason why we said do promos is because get your reps in now. So when you get on TV, you're better that you don't want to do your reps on TV. That's embarrassing. So we always spoke like that, act as if you're already there, work as if you're already there. And we talked about that a lot. We got on them, dude, about moves. We're like, you need to have some team moves. You need to show some form of solidarity, because we all knew that, Oliver came out and was kind of given that team to put together because, poor Cole Radrick, get well soon, bud, was injured. And what they did was they took a situation that they were put into together and made so much of it. And, yeah, I don't say we're a part of anything, but I feel like 1% was us just pushing, going, hey, do this. And I feel like hopefully they actively listened, and maybe that's pushed them a little further, but we talked about it. It happened because they're professionals.
We said the same thing about East West Express when they first started tag teaming. We need to see the matching gear. Then Japan, we see it happen, and then the move sets, and we've seen everything go. So it's nice to see the evolution of Jordan go from one tag team, kill it as a singles, to this seamlessly new tag team that might be around for a while. But I think once they see what they got in Price and Jordan as singles competitors, that's going to be a fun feud as singles to watch as well in the AEW.
And I'm really happy that we still have some dates for them left. This isn't goodbye immediately right now. I don't know if this reaches into April. I didn't ask any questions about anything, but I do know we have more dates with them moving forward for right now. Someone here mentioned, Carnival Chaos just mentioned here. Another one AEW took was Megan Bayne. Same thing. We're still seeing some dates for Megan Bayne there. I don't have any information, but maybe, hopefully, AEW and GCW have kind of cooled off a little bit between their little issues there, and I don't know, hoping for the best. Maybe it's just AEW, Tony is saying, look, fulfill your dates. Maybe they're just fulfilling agreed upon dates. Either way, Big Kevin, how dare they take Megan Bayne? That's another one where we basically just said, hey, you gotta work your ass off and keep going and keep going. I remember talking to Megan a year ago going, hey, we want to see you succeed. And she was like, well, whatever that means. And I told her, I said, I told this to Jack. I said specifically, I know we told this. I said to her, I told this to Jack Cartwheel, and I'm going to tell it to you. You're fantastic. You're going to do well. And it's only a matter of time. You just need the right eyeballs on you. She was gone 6 months later, 4 months later, signed to AEW. It just takes some eyeballs. You can see it. You can see who puts in the effort. You can see who takes pride in their bodies, who takes pride in their work. It shows. And some of them, they just have it. Justin said being Joey's girlfriend probably helps or hinders. You never know there. You never know. That's a 50-50. That's an 8-ball question right there. I felt like there was something else that someone had mentioned here, I think is a great conversation piece. B, who takes the belts off of them? Who's our next GCW champion? Now we're talking.
The takeover continues.
Are you serious? Do you really think it's Vandal 48? Do you think it's okay? So it's Napier Otis?
Yeah, I think so.
That's where it goes?
I don't. Unless they add a fourth. I don't think they're going to add a fourth. They're keeping it family strictly. But if they were to add a fourth, that would be kind of cool and a good way to introduce a fourth. And I think to help get whoever the fourth is, or if it's just Napier, he's going to need a belt and feel lonely. So yeah, they're going to have to get Napier a belt, and I think it will be definitely Vandal 48 taking the belts off of Jordan and Alec.
Now, all opinions welcome here. Reed says he does not think it's Otis and Napier. Who do you think it may be? I'm open to hearing who that may be. And same thing here. The Vandal 48 Cogar situation is they're over like wildfire right now.
Yeah.
What are we going to do here?
Get the takeover, keep on going. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, legitimately, who else can you come up with a name? Like the one name I would say Bang and Matthews, but like they don't wrestle GCW as often. I mean, maybe that would make them like how Violence is Forever did as champions, but I just don't feel like kind of someone brought up the title situation. I'm a big stickler on wins and losses, and that's where I don't get my way a lot of times in wrestling, and that is a good name too. I don't mind seeing that name. I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot of names I could even.
Cowboy Way is a good one.
Yeah,
dude, Thomas Shire and Manders, and both of them have been champions. Both of them are workhorses. That's a possibility. Plus, that brings a lot of size to the GCW championship or tag team championship, which means it kind of opens up competitors a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, yeah, that's the other thing. Screwball made a great mention here that there's a possibility, though, you have to tangle with them going on frequent Euro tours. So, I mean, would they take it to Europe, or do you think that Brett would make them drop it to someone else? Because taking some belts to Europe isn't a terrible idea.
Take the belts to Europe, and then you build up another team that when they come back, it makes sense of who they're going to face against and showcase who you're going to build up as the next talent. Like, it's just like next man up. It's sports. It's wrestling. Like when one goes, you got to build someone up to take their spot. And like, I don't mind like if they go for 6 weeks and we don't have the belt, do like a little G League tournament for titles, or do something like multiple show. Like, I don't know. Like we always talk about these tag tournaments and everything, but like, I mean, you could make it fun. Like you just build up another team. Like, hey, this team has won 3, 4, 5 matches in a row. Like build them up to make it make sense. That way, when Cowboy Way does come back, then they have new tag champion or have a new team to face for the tag belts. But I don't know. Like no team makes sense to me outside of Vandal 48, just for more the Cowboy Way reason or another reason. For me, I mean, you can't throw them on anybody and just make do with it. But for me, wins and losses matter. And so Vandal 48 is the only team I would kind of be happy with at this point, taking the belts off.
Clown here had a good one. Yaki and Jay Lucas.
I got one team that I would like to see starting soon, hopefully, before Collective being built up at Satan Center. That's a new team I would love to see being built up, and I think that would be a great heel team to take the belts off of Buster and the Brain and Satan Center. I mean, welcome, like bring them home to GCW and let them showcase what they can do as a tag team. That they're different breed, FTR versus Alec tomorrow. See, I'm gonna get the Young Bucks match sooner than later, man. Sorry, you're gonna cut me in my tracks right there.
No, you're good. That's actually incredible. Did that just get in a okay? So there's the other name I just want to throw in is in a perfect world, I would take Bear Dozer because number one, you have Bear still learning. Number two, a tag position means that Tremont doesn't have to do all the singles work alone, so he gets a little rest time. Tremont is ringside, so he can teach a little more to Bear here and there. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but I'm really not. There's a lot to be learned when you're standing ringside, which is like, I like a lot of wrestlers to start as a referee or even tag team because they can learn ringside like that. I was trying to see if there was any other names. That's the okay. KJ and McCoy, that would be the most annoying, but also somewhat useful team. I was rough on McCoy, but I don't know how much sandpaper you need in one match because they would be rubbing people raw. I think it wouldn't be pretty there. Ratty Daddy and a mystery partner is still wide open. I don't know who yet. He's posting some fantastic videos and photos now. So Cole is on the other side of the hill now, and he's working his way forward. I don't know about Collective right now from what, you know.
You know how insane it is to see Buster in the Brain on an AEW graphic right now? Like, that is nuts to see them going against FTR in the graphic. That is insane. That's so cool to see, man. Man, the second, all right, man, whoever sends me the second the Young Bucks get posted up against them on that graphic, I need that ASAP. That's just, I mean, so Ishmael said, like, that's a quick turnaround right there to throw them on screen against. They're building them up to be something special. And like, it would be kind of cool to see them being teamed up with MJF.
And same thing, just in case something happens, you always have Nick Wayne you can throw in there. That's if they needed a trios, that's a freaking trios right there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're really proud of them. We're proud of them all. That's what we're here for. We see what each and every individual's doing. We give a little hard love sometimes, but you know, most of our standard stuff is we're happy with what they do. We try to give as much feedback as we can. I was a little harder last week, and I think that's because sometimes I just need to say something, then you just freaking say it. It is what it is. By the way, we have 2 reviews to do. We've been
1 hour in. Okay, let's start it.
Dude, 2 dudes just talking. What are you gonna do? You know? Well, also chat's been wonderful, and we've been kind of going back and forth with them too. So
there we go. See, we're giving the AEW fans an AEW podcast for the first hour. There we go. We're merging the 2 right now.
Hey, no kidding though. I'm gonna tell you, if this was an hour-long show, we'd be shutting it down in less than 5 minutes. I don't think we're even capable of doing an hour show, B. I don't think we are.
No, not for sure not. I mean, I think we would have to get a tournament. I mean, as much as Brett doesn't want to do it, what else are you going to do? Like, you can do a ladder match in one night, I guess. 6-way ladder match, 6 teams. I don't know, 3 teams.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I was going to say that Clown. I'm going to bring that up later too. He's totally got away from Young, Dumb, and Broke. I haven't like noticed that until like this weekend. I realized like there's no Young, Dumb, and Broke chance probably for the last few months, right? From Jordan.
I think it's been absorbed into the next level. And I'm okay with
cool.
that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. Like, I was just thinking about that. I was like, he seamlessly got rid of like his most popular chant, and it didn't affect him at all. Like, and you thought like that'd be something he would need to carry him because it's part of his character, and he's gotten away from being Young, Dumb, and Broke as part of his character without having to say it at all.
Yeah, and no. I was gonna go further with something, and I'm like, holy crap! Like I said, we're almost an hour too. Right. The next conversation would have been an additional 10 minutes, man. Yeah, we might be making that 3rd hour. I'm so sorry, guys. It's all in fun.
All right. Our first show that we are going to cover is GCW's Code of the Streets from Gillies in Dallas, Texas.
This is GCW's 5th time at Gillies. The audio felt a little rough in the beginning of the show here. I couldn't hear the crowd. That got fixed quickly. The lighting in the walls of Gillies has the color of the Silver Nugget in Las Vegas, and I just couldn't get away from it. I saw the doors. I saw the background. Kind of made me shed a tear for ye old shithole in North Las Vegas. I hear Emil and John Mosley on commentary. I'm going to probably say the same thing B will hear. I think they did a great job all weekend. I'll just figure I'll mention that now. This show opened with a replay package of their one night only in Berwyn. I'm fully in denial, and I have a feeling a lot of us are too. I want them back there as quick as possible. I don't care if I have to beg on my knees. Those are great fans. The venue is wonderfully 70s. Everything about the place, the timing, the fans worked. And I don't know if it was just Chicago or what, but I wish GCW had more bloodthirsty fans like that. I do. So we'll see what happens. I should have put that wish in there before Christmas, but yeah, we'll see what happens. That show was just way too popular, and the feedback was way too good to not do that again sometime.
I agree. Our opening match was a Jersey Jacob qualifying scramble match, as it was Oro going against Oron West, Jimmy Lloyd, Max Heights, Gavin Ash, Vengador, and Bobby Flacco.
All right, I have some notes on this one. Welcome back, Max Heights. Last seen at GCW during his debut right there in Dallas 1 year ago, February 3rd, 2024. There was a spot where Jimmy Lloyd almost killed Gavin Ash. Vengador pulls off a triple crab. Later, Gavin hits a shooting star press to the outside, and Vengador followed with an acai moonsault. Gavin reminds me of a mix of Nick Wayne and Joe Lando. He has that long torso and neck. Also, he's got the hair that you would see back in the day on those guys. Vengador had a little too much Mexican showmanship for a scramble match, but I still liked it. I can't wait to see what he can do in singles competition that next night, that Sunday. Max Heights was my definition of a true 2021 GCW Scrambles performer. I really do want to see him come back. I felt here my standout performance, Max Heights, Gavin Ash, and then finally Oro in that order. I will say Oro had more of a singles mindset when he was wrestling, but the space other wrestlers gave him allowed it to work. I didn't see enough Oren or Bobby, especially towards the second half of the match. Our winner here and earning a spot at the Jersey J Cup, Oro. What are your thoughts on this one, brother?
Those were damn good notes. That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, like you hit everything right there. I like the stakes of the J Cup being added. I made this match feel like, hey, this is going to be more than just a scramble where flippy shit and just show off. Like there was some urgency I saw from wrestlers trying to get the pin. Commentary though did a great job. I think all weekend on some of these J Cup qualifying matches, laying out what to expect for the J Cup qualifying. Like Emo making fun of Jimmy, saying like he's going to have to hop on the scale if he wins to make sure he gets underneath that weight limit. Like I love that little detail, but it was funny at the same time. I just the simple little thing added to the match added a lot to me. So I agree with you. Ash looked really good in this one. Jimmy had a really cool cutter suplex driver combo. That was awesome. Emil saying that the way Jimmy was pretty funny. I agree with you. Max Height showed out. I didn't know. I felt like we saw him before, but I didn't know like for sure. But yeah, that makes sense. Like when you said that, I think I kind of pictured him like in the same kind of scrambles, and he showed out. He was the one that for me, like your little list of 1, 2, 3, that was I would have put Oro second for me. I think we saw a lot more from Oro with his uniqueness and different move sets than we've seen prior in the singles matches so far. But I that's a great point. Like he made it kind of like a singles one-on-one instead of fitting it all to a scrambles match. But I didn't mind it. Vengador, I think, is so unique, and he looked really good here in this scramble. Oro, for me, definitely needed this win, though, to get into the win column before qualifying for the J Cup, and Oro qualifies for J Cup, and I was happy to see that name out of all these names to kind of qualify.
And I see how you and I flipped 2 and 3 between Ash and Oro. I think I put Ash at number 2 because he had more spots, but I probably should have put Oro at number 2. He had the more classic, but he just had the better wrestling. I don't know.
Me, better way.
His fundamentals were there. Yeah, Ash was a little more flashy. That's kind of what the young kids will be. You know, I feel like that's what scrambles are for. You put 1 or 2 guys in there that really know what they're doing and their sound, and then you have 2, 3, 4 others that just rip the house apart. And I really did. Like I said, I saw Max Heights and I go, that's one of the ones that has that old 2021, because that's when I feel was the golden age of scrambles for GCW, was right around that 2021 year. We had so many people coming through that just tore it up on the local scenes. Anything else about this match before we move on?
No, it was a fun scramble to get another person into the J Cup. Gavin's name is too confusing.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say there's another one there. How you doing tonight, Ash? Hoping everything is well for you, sir. So if there's any problems with lighting or cameras, or if everything drops out, or if whatever, everybody blame Ash. This is him right here. If
I was about to say, look at the comment right underneath that. The GCW had the best sound system they've been to.
There you go. See, right there.
Oh,
I get that.
Comment of the night so far.
Oh, right here. Sorry, bud. We were on the same level on that one. Yeah. Name Gavin Ash. There we go. Oh my goodness. Ash, we love to see you, man. I need to find out if I need to do another commercial for Game Changer World or not. We get a chance sometime. That reminds me. So something that I really appreciated, and I think is another step forward for GCW as an overall presentation. We have a video that shows Manders walking into the building for the night. Everyone's pumping him up for the big match. Effy is saying everything is behind them, and Manders promises to get it done the Cowboy way. Now, for us smarter fans, that's actually a swerve, because we're thinking, oh shit, if GCW is putting this much effort into showing Manders video and whatnot, there must be something really important there. So what's funny is that's kind of a 4D chess situation there that Brett just pulled on us, maybe, or fingers crossed, that's the direction we're going. I don't know.
I have similar notes again. Manders getting greeted by the locker room before his matchup, to me, made it feel like more of a possibility that Atticus was going to lose the belt until he talked to Effy. And then once he talked to Effy, kind of gave it away, but I thought it was a perfect seed for later in the night. As you said, a nice little a tease one way, and then they completely went the other way. And I enjoy little segments like that. It does add a lot to the big fight feel, and kind of how the rest of the night, kind of like what the focus is going to be on in the main event. So I loved all that. Well, it wasn't even the main event; it was the second main event. So I did though enjoy it though, because it was kind of pushing Manders. And to me, like at first, it was a little. Until Effy came in, I was kind of a question of why they were doing something like that. It did make it feel like that match was going to be more important than I was originally planning it would be.
No, I had no idea it was going to be like that whatsoever. But again, just that little 45-second, 30-second clip of them just setting up a really quick shoot like that really did add a lot to the night. And again, that gave us a lot more to talk about, which means that it gave the fans a lot more to think about. And this is how you capture our hearts and minds.
For me, it's been the stories. Yeah, I think this comment says it right here. I think a lot of the focus not being just the cool matches and like one-off, and you can only see this match in GCW. Like those times are kind of gone now. And I think what they need to do with the fan base, and what they have been doing, as Zayne said here, is like putting a lot of people in different little stories, and could go a lot of different ways. And it makes us as fans get more interested in their character arc and what's going to happen in the future. And that's why I think I've been enjoying a lot of these shows more, because they have been a little bit more story based rather than just cool as a good match. And then like, I hate, like we talk about this too, other matches that we review, some of these ones, like I hate to do a quick 10-second review on it. It was a good match, fun wrestling, good stuff. But outside of that, there was no point in that match of who wins or loses, because sometimes even the wins and losses don't matter. So I do been enjoying the focus on story-driven matches as of late.
And you and I have said it before. Sometimes a match is just a match. And Frankie, East Coast correspondent, he literally made a little graphic thing that said it was a match. And that happens sometimes. We can't always draw blood out of an orange. Sometimes just the orange is what the orange was. I don't know though. Oh, poor Mal fell asleep during the KJ Orso. Oh no. Hopefully you weren't there live, Mal. It's hard to fall asleep there during the during the live event. I don't know. Yeah, I just had to pull this up real quick. Alec Price, Jordan Oliver versus FTR. Oh my goodness.
Seeing the graphic is insane.
I'm not kidding though. It hurts my feelings. I do miss. I'm. Oh,
like I was saying, when I saw the graphic, I was kind of goosebumps.
There's. Oh.
You could probably go back and rewatch this. You'll see the moment I see that graphic. Like my whole demeanor changes and everything like that. That was so cool to see.
Oh,
shout out to them, man.
Oh man.
We'll get into the next match before the tears start coming here.
Yes, good times. All right then. So what do we got here? Match 2 coming up.
Shotzi Blackheart versus Emersyn Jayne.
Okay, so if everybody remembers from the Chicago show, we'll call it the Berwyn show, Emerson's tooth got knocked out during that spot where she got hit by Marcus Mathers when he kicked the door. The good news is it's fixed. And I also just realized, B, have you ever listened? She has her own music for her entrance music. It literally has her name in it, like Emersyn. No. Yeah. I don't know if maybe we just don't listen close enough, or, we don't watch enough. Maybe that's what's going on. But yeah, she has her own music. I thought that was really cool. Just being an Emersyn match, I feel so sorry for this lady's luck. A couple rough spots for her. She fell weird when she hit the small of her back on the edge of the ring, and commentary literally was like, oh. She also landed twice on her head, neck, and shoulders. But again, I've said it before. She's tough as nails and quick recovery. She gets back up in no time. I think her superpower is she just takes a fucking punch and can just shake it off. Tough as hell. Shotzi and Emerson's bar spot was fun. I saw my dude Buka Man at the bar during the so he made international TV. Congratulations, buddy. I always feel bad for the poor bartender that has to wipe sweat, blood, beer, and ass off his bar afterwards. I'm sure that's really a lot of fun for the bartender. Our winner here, Shotzi Blackheart with a senton over Emersyn Jayne in a little under 13 and a half minutes. I felt it was quality and they sold a competitive struggle. How'd you feel about this one, man?
This is gonna be a quick rest of the night, man. Like we got almost the same notes again.
This is what happens.
I wrote good chain wrestling. Okay, and real fast, everybody. Like I don't like I'm off like social media because I watch these matches on my time, not live. So like I stay away from the group chat. I don't talk to John or anybody else until after I watch the matches. Then I hop on and catch what they've talked into. Like me and John don't share notes. Like he posts his notes. I don't ever give him mine because I do mine on my phone. Like. It's almost like word for word at the same exact review here for this match as well. It was good chain wrestling at the beginning. These two had a very good wrestling match with lots of fun ring psychology by both. And I think it showed with their reversals and their tactical offense of how they tried to attack. Their chemistry was off the charts, I think, in this one. And same thing. I wrote, get out of the way, Bukaman just chilling at the bar with this brawl going on right by him. Like Bukaman just chilling back there.
He just wants a drink.
No, shout out to Bukaman as well. And yeah, I just know Brett was having a heart attack with that light swinging at the bar when they were wrestling there. And Shotzi with the win in this very good second match of the night. And I agree with you. Yeah, Emerson's been taking some rough bumps in GCW, but I think that just adds to her character and toughness. And I don't know how many years it's going to add to her career, but I think it's adding to her current status. And it's like, as you said, the way she just bounces back up from it and continues on was nuts. Yeah, we saw that Carnival. Yeah, sorry, Reed. When they went to the top of the bar, yeah, that Brett. I just saw that light swing and I think Brett's having a heart attack. Just counting like $700 there. That's going to be expensive. But yeah, what was it? That German suplex she took, I think, from the top was brutal.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's tough as. Oh, right here. I wanted to put this one. Was Emersyn supposed to be a heel? The crowd was really giving her a hard time, and she was reacting to it with middle fingers and stuff. What'd you think about that, B?
I'm glad you brought that up. I was like, I wanted to bring that up before I started my notes. Yeah, she did. Like before the match started, she flipped off Shotzi, like Shotzi would, I think, put out her hand for a handshake, and Emerson's like, "Fuck you," and immediately went heel. And I think that's why I've talked about her versatility, not just with deathmatch wrestling, but in regular kind of matches like this and tag matches. but also she could go face, heel, either or, and she would just eat it up and get reaction either way. So I've been glad that they've been using her as well as they have been, and I want to see her keep being used, move forward in GCW.
I'm just no, this is how it is. What happens is that you and I both have the same set of eyes and we're seeing the same thing because we've only done this for 3.5 years. So, is that okay. So what's going on here is B and I actually do at the end, we share our notes so we can talk to each other and read everything and whatnot. So we don't step on each other during the process. The problem is tonight, we are literally stepping on each other to a point to where my next note says, awesome video of Gringo talking about the deep history between himself and Samuray Del Sol. And your notes.
My first note is the video leading into this match was a perfect introduction on the importance of this match for Gringo Loco.
It is what it is, and that's fantastic.
Oh my god.
No, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. It could be worse. We could be fighting over it. Well, I mean, some people may want that, but yeah. So I think with the situation with Emersyn, I was almost going to say just beforehand, Shotzi Blackheart's in such a position with the fans that I don't think unless she lays into it, could she be a heel right now. So I think Emersyn probably did the right thing and just leaned into it from the beginning because she knows that Shotzi's a pretty big face at GCW.
Yeah, I think whether she wins or loses too, I don't think that is going to hurt her status and what kind of reaction she's going to get in GCW. I think she's kind of cemented that kind of legacy already as well.
Cyan said the last time they saw him live was at WrestleMania 32 against Ryback. There's a rough match.
And yes, Reed, John was mentioning that right at the beginning of this show. Actually, they started to they did the replay of Berwyn before the first match of this one. All right, our next match is Samuray Del Sol going against Gringo Loco.
All right, welcome to GCW Samuray Del Sol from Chicago, Illinois. 20 years in the business, one half of the Revolver Tag Team Champions, Good Lucha Things. In the WWE, he was known as Kalisto. He's formerly one half of the WWE NXT Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Dragons, a former two-time WWE United States Champion, and a former WWE Cruiserweight Champion. And this little note here was the one that Gringo really chuckled about during our holiday show. The last time Samuray and Gringo were in a ring together was November 8th of 2008. So over 17 years ago, but they've never met in singles action before. So when everybody was watching them, especially with Samuray getting emotional, that's because this really does mean that much to both of them. And this was, again, a 17.5-year story finally coming together. And you could see that they both wanted this. I'm getting ahead of myself. They both had fun entrances. Fans were eating them up. Samurai's lucha chants always work. Fans reacted better to Gringo's new entrance music than his old music. That's literally why I went back for a minute, was to just say, I don't know if you heard it, but Gringo's new music is badass and it's fun as hell. It's the never ever. Yeah. Anyway, it's a good song. I just can't tell you who it is. I'll have to probably find it later. I know. Who is that?
On my level. Is it the Be On My Level?
I think so.
I think it's Trillville. I want to say it's Trillville.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good, and you can see fans like getting into it a little more than his regular music, because his regular music's like getting down and kind of, and this one's like da 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 da, you know.
And see, that's what I kind of asked for. I wanted to see like with this Lucha World on Lucha show, like what kind of stuff, and like he's already kind of changing some of the stuff that he's going to be doing.
Yeah. Oh, and you know, gosh, we gotta find a way to get out to that Lucha match somehow. Fans were heavily into this match. Ash, halfway through the match, it sounded like the crowd and the ring noise kind of got turned up. If you're still in here, Ash, it sounded good. I don't know what was going on. It's just the second half of the match, the ring sounded good, the crowd sounded good, and it sounded more like you were there. and the crowd noise sounded like a better balance of what you would hear if you were in the place. Our winner here, Samuray Del Sol, a little over 18 minutes long. Also at 39 years old, Samurai is moving like he's 22, 25. Yeah, you had no idea, did you?
No, I didn't know he was that young or that old. And
He's
like,
almost
I mean,
40.
not old, but I thought he was like, yeah, maybe just turned 30 or young 30 or young 20s. Older 20s, young 30s. Jesus, Mary Joseph.
It's like Ultra Mantis. He's just defying time. You know?
When he was released from WWE, I was like, what? Because I really enjoyed everything he did with everything, like from his trios, singles, tag team matches he did. The ladder spot was crazy. Like, he was fun to watch. So, like, when I saw that name pop up, I thought he would be incredible. And I have this in my notes the next night against Vengador. I want to see we could absolutely use him more than just what like Samuray Del Sol. I think we could use him a lot more than what we kind of Vikingo-ish, where we had big plans for Vikingo. I just don't think they had the time to flesh out. I hope we could do that, and I hope we get the time with Samuray Del Sol to do some fun stuff in GCW because he is so talented. Like, yeah, I didn't know he's like that. You said 39, but he's moving around like he's young 20s. Like he didn't look 39 at all.
Yeah, Gringo's 41. Yeah. 25, wow. Reed. Gringo's 25, and he always will be. We're all 25, Reed.
Right. So I kind of have enjoyed almost every single match, kind of these next two nights, and kind of even last week. Have been kind of showcasing talent and matchup styles that we will likely see at the collectives for like this one, the World of Lucha, the Big Gay Brunch, MDK Club, etc. And I think this one was a fun showcase for the Lucha style, what they're going to expect from World on Lucha. And I love having Del Sol and GCW. I wrote it here in my notes. We need to see him a lot more. He's so excited and good in the ring. And this match against Gringo showed that. That's funny you wrote that. They still got it because it feels like it's been a while since I've seen him. And he could do some fun things. So hopefully we'll see more of him leading into collective.
I want to share this note right here because I do think this is special. Samuray Del Sol's ending combo of moves was really neat. I showed my dad that earlier at lunch, and he thought it was cool too. He's 78 and a wrestling fan. That is awesome. Heck yeah. Let's see here. I wrote here that initially this may be my match of the weekend. There was quality wrestling with real roots in the wrestler's origins and history. Also, real emotions were shown. And it's rare to be able to get those combinations, especially in the independents. And also being 2 decades almost in the making. Not bad. Also, I want Samurai back. And I wrote here, Gringo can come too. If Gringo wants to come back to yeah, he can come back also. What do you think about Samurai? You want to see him maybe come back and do something?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think they could flesh him out for a good and build him up kind of like how they were doing with Vikingo. I think he could definitely be very useful in GCW, especially in LA. That's going to be nuts in LA.
And LA is getting bigger and bigger. That shows, I think we've got Atticus and Ali. We're going to probably talk about that later. And Hammerstone and somebody in LA. I can't remember who that is, but yeah, that LA show's starting to beef up the card.
Was it Tremont? I can't remember either.
I don't know.
I can't remember. All right. Next match was Brick Savage versus Thomas Shire.
I'll echo this one too. Welcome back to GCW Brick Savage. Last seen on Effy's Big Gay Brunch in Las Vegas, Nevada last April. He had a great showing at Big Gay Brunch also. So I'm surprised that we haven't seen him back just yet. I love my big guys, and that's what he is. Brick is thick, a ball of muscle. I remember them once I saw him coming out to the ring. Shire is a purebred old school wrestler you would see somewhere between the late 60s to the early 80s. He has WCCW vibes out of Texas and would have probably been a great matchup against Von Erich. Between both men, I see a lot of strength. Meat versus meat is one of Brett's favorite booked matches. So I've learned to watch the match with other starting questions like who has the most stamina? Who executes smarter? And my final question, do both come out better for the match? Brick is going to kill you chants were fantastic. There's a spot where both men collide body to body football style. You can hear that slap crack sound of skin hitting, and Shire's lifted off his feet and sent flying sideways out of the ring. It was stiff and it was real. That was old school ECW for me, and that's what fans love. Brick started with a series of tosses and ended them with a 3 count on Thomas Shire. Our winner in this one, Brick Savage. What were you thinking about this match, B? I saw you cracking up, which means I was in the same vein again, wasn't I?
This was a Haas fight right up your alley, John. First note. Yeah, and then you were just kind of saying that pounce that Savage did to Shire was nuts. The Rikishi driver on the apron, or outside on the apron, was also insane. Brick had his way here with Shire, but Thomas also had some nice, strong offense of his own. But at the end, Brick with an impressive victory. But I loved, as you were saying, both men showed out. Both men, even though Shire picked up the loss here, I think he came out looking good. But I think he did an excellent job of making Brick look like a freaking monster. Like that pounce, the way he sold that pounce was insane. And yeah, right from that pounce, I'm like, Brick Savage needs to come back in GCW. Like just that pounce alone was insane. And Savage was impressive. Definitely one of the standouts of all weekend, to be honest.
I was really surprised that Savage was so over that he was going over a Cowboy in, Texas, that region. That entire, Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, you figure he would go over like wildfire there. So I really thought that Brick Savage was going to play the monster heel here. And I was really surprised that the fans kind of flipped it on its head. Good for them too. I mean, they rolled with it. Both wrestlers rolled with it and leaned into their parts beautifully here. We keep seeing it over and over. Need more Brick Savage. Here's another one. Need more from it. It's just, here we are. We found another. I hope that maybe they're willing to travel.
Yeah, Brick was impressive for sure.
My final note, hard hitting, and what I want for my wrestlers. Bring back Thomas and Brick. I'm interested in the development of both. Brick is over. That's a fan favorite. He's money. Thomas is for fans who have a more refined taste. His classic leaning style fits better in major companies. I see that happening as he matures into his character, and I still say that he has a young face. What I mean by that is who he is. He will look more grizzled and older and worn over time. And like I said with Manders, that older, more grizzled Cowboy will come out and he'll actually age into his character better. And there's not a lot of characters you can actually age into. And being a Cowboy can be one of them. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. And I'm really happy that Shire and Manders, I think they met in WXW, and super thankful for that.
Screwball here. Yeah, commentary did a great job all weekend, but yeah, pointing out the fact that on that Rikishi driver, not only was that the one bump, but then the second bump from the apron to the outside from Shire. Yeah, MLJ was on fire this weekend here. And well, next match, we'll see him continue his hot streak here.
Brick would pop off at the showboat. East Coast knows about the best as anyone else. Frankie would know here. Cyan, monsters like Brick are great. Brick is actually a beast, not just a heavy wrestler. Yes. Yeah, not just a ball. It's like muscle.
I like the high flying, like when he's able to go up there and do the swanton and everything. Like it's just so smooth too. It's not like just as you said, not just a brick, just kind of waddling across. Like he is just muscle, but like just fluid on everything. He was impressive. Like the way that Brick was just flying around the ring and just tossing Shire around, just a monster.
Can't go wrong with Emil's KJ asshole comment. Loved it. And love seeing a big dude fly. Yeah, we got a lot of messages coming in on this one. Jeez Louise. Now Cyan made a point here. That's true. Wrestlers now look younger than what they are. Back in the day, they looked older. I actually would say alcohol and cigarettes and long road trips probably did a lot on them back in the day. But without getting into a deep conversation, I do actually feel like the average 30, 40, 50-year-old looks younger than a 30, 40, 50-year-old from like 50, 60 years ago. So I don't know. I think you're right on that one. And you're in the right vein there too.
All right. Our next matchup was Effy versus KJ Asshole.
Oh, all right. He better not show up in chat. Okay. I'm actually checking just in case.
We're gonna have another video from the KJ next week. Face or asshole?
Did you notice those KJ asshole chants are really getting bigger and bigger? Also,
I get to my notes out. Yeah. Oh Jesus!
Shit. Oh, we love you, guy. All right, so KJ Orso. Oh, I hate these notes here. That goes that KJ comes out cocky, just off his TNA debut hours earlier. Congratulations. He's getting that Cardona hate. We hate him, but we know he brings a lot to GCW. KJ says, I'm the best, then slips and falls or almost falls twice. KJ's look told the story. His recovery was hilarious. There's a micro expression of surprise and a slight smile as he sells it. I laughed out loud, but of course he was fine. He grabbed a fan's hat and wiped up the liquid on the floor with it, then kicked the hat into the crowd. Emil announced him as KJ Asshole. The name has been sticking, and I wonder if that follows him into TNA. B, do you think that follows him over there?
I hope it does.
Oh no, KJ, I hope you are in LA in February because you and B obviously need to have a little face off here. Effy, did you see the size of his eyes?
You just invited him.
Effy used his patented daddy long legs and the Effy Rooney back to back. I stick to my point last week. They both could have an interesting story together if they decided to put one together. KJ wearing Effy's bandana and dancing had me laughing, giving Effy credit for his bridged pins. I think they look great. Unsure if I've ever mentioned that about him. Also, since we're mentioning spots, I love his spear. I think he has one of the better spears out there. We had an unexpected extended figure 4 spot, and I appreciated that they went there. Effy has a new move, torso cranker. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. It was hard to explain, but it's like a chokehold, but the way he has him, it can get nerdy quick. Effy decides he's wrestling butt cheeks out. KJ has fans in the palm of his hands. They were on him the entire match. Fast forward just a touch, in 13.5 minutes, our winner here was KJ Orso. I want to give some credit here. He's staring into the camera, showing personality. Effy is also selling his situation by crying to the back in disappointment. Without going too deep, it's just showing personality matters, and we're seeing it here. GCW fans love to hate him, and I think everything he's doing is working right now. I had a... Okay, old school 80s wrestling. If you go back and watch promos and you go back and watch what they're doing, it looks aggressive, it looks mean, but the adults are kind of chuckling a little. Like it's kind of, and KJ does that. He balances that well. You know, some of us can kind of chuckle, but we see what he's trying to achieve. And I want to give a little shout out for that also. What do you think about this one, B?
I go from being sad and disappointed that Alec and Jordan got signed, but I've never been so disappointed that KJ hasn't gotten signed yet. I'm so disappointed in that one. That one,
Sorry.
I've never been so. As you were going, that's funny. I was going right to that comment. That's where I was going.
Okay.
I've never been so disappointed that no one's been signed yet. Come on, TNA, sign Fuego, please. Get him out. No, just kidding. Sign him though. Don't get rid of him completely, but get rid of the assholeness in him because. Yeah, we're all done with the assholeness, as the crowd seemed. As we were saying earlier, the heat, I have it in the next night's notes. Both nights, like no one got more heat than he did all night long and all weekend long. The back and forth all week on social media was entertaining to watch online. Them just kind of snapping at each other, going back and forth here. Orso has been spitting facts while Effy not acknowledging any of the facts that Orso has been saying, and not acknowledging that Effy is not fine, led up to this very story-driven match, as we were kind of saying earlier. And in-ring was good, but I think they told the story of what KJ's trying to do through Effy to help elevate, as you kind of mentioned the last part of your notes, to elevate KJ, but that Effy's doing a great job of showing what he's going through in the fight and the disappointment of losing the belt, losing his friends. And the Effy crash out's been fun to see. So I think everything that this match did storyline was perfectly played through in the ring in storytelling. Emil announcing KJ Orso in the crowd, loudly chanting it back to me, had me dying. And I thought this was the perfect match to push both stories. And KJ with another big win over Effy. And as KJ's been saying in his promos, win against Effy, win against Joey Janela, wins against former champions. Like, it's going to be kind of hard to deny KJ a title shot at this point.
I just you and I have watched a lot of years at GCW. I'm just trying to appreciate what he's bringing to it all. When I see his name on the card, I know that match on the card is covered. I don't have to worry about not being entertained. And I called it Cardona heat because I feel like that's what he's getting. Everybody's giving the middle finger, but it's kind of in love. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of us. I'm trying to be nice about it, but yeah.
Like when we used to get the middle finger Mance Warner, but I think it is a little bit in hatred, but in a good way, like I said, in a good way right now. Because
it's little brother, big brother hatred.
I'll be honest,
they love each other, but
I'm glad to see KJ get the opportunity in Impact and get a chance to reinvent himself as KJ Orso. And I think his character is perfectly suited for Impact right now to help get him over. And I think he killed it that night as well as he getting in the car and coming to GCW. When I first saw him on Impact, I was like, oh, are we getting him for GCW? Is he gone too? And for him to put in the work and put in the double duty was awesome. And I can't say enough. He has been carrying a lot of these shows through the stories and the online and the shit that he does in our chat. Even like he's been doing it throughout the whole week and keeping his name in people's mouths all week long. And then match time comes and we're chanting his name all match long, KJ Asshole, and he's killing it though. I would say a difference than I put up a different one. I could give a shit.
Oh, I know he's working now.
Well, yeah, sorry.
I saw that message. I know he's working now.
Kyle, I would say the Blake heat. I think Blake had different heat just because of the way he was winning his matches and kind of like the title reign and everything. Fuego has it. He's getting the heat how he should be getting the heat, while not kind of the go away heat. I feel like Blake was kind of getting near the end of his title run. Yeah. Fuego's definitely getting the heat that. Sorry, Fuego. You got to change your name on Twitter. That's not my fault. I think he's getting the heat that people want to see him come back, so that way we can flip him off again and see him perform in the ring and wow us, and then get called an asshole by MLJ, and then get the heat. Like I said, his interactions with the kids, the hat throwing, like he is evolving, and it's good in a bad way, I guess, for us fans, but in a good way for him. And I'm glad to see him reaping the rewards like Alec and Jordan, and getting some more TV time on other companies outside of GCW.
I'll tell you how happy I am with KJ Orso. If he went back to Fuego tomorrow, I wouldn't like it. No. Yeah, I wouldn't prefer it. Maybe is the best way to put it. What do you think, B?
He should do it for one night only at the World of Lucha.
Do it at Berwyn.
No, I think he should do it at World of Lucha. Like just show up as in the mystery opponent. He comes back out and like just imagine him coming out and doing the little Fuego and his little now sarcastic KJ heelness, and like I'd kill for that moment.
Really? I was just curious. I think the ball is rolling so well right now that I don't know. For sure by now he can say that making that switch worked. Flipping the switch.
We got to add Impact to the AEW Ring of Honor podcast, because now we got to talk about KJ Asshole, Bear Bronson, Mance Warner. Like, there's a lot of people over at Impact we got to talk about too.
And that's why I said we've had fuck Fuego for it. Yeah, he's flipped the switch. I think that's what's going on here.
I love how he has it on his pants. Like every time they're chanting Fuego,
yes.
He's like, Fuego's dead. Like, you catch motherfuckers read. Like it's he's doing good.
The only thing that would have made it better if it's on his ass, like it just would have been better for him to point to his ass. But like, look, now you know what? I don't know if I've seen another wrestler do that, to where he puts something like that on his trunks and then kind of points to it. That was cool. That's a nice
like
touch.
Christian with the all heat. I like that.
There we go.
All right, our next match was Krule versus a debuting Dmitry Alexandrov.
Behind the scenes, I felt like this match was put together for us, B, in some weird way. I don't know how or why. Welcome to GCW, Dmitry Alexandrov. The Dallas fans gave him a great reception. After he's announced, he starts pulling chairs and doors out from under the ring and throws them in. Krule came out, pacing around the ring aggressively. He's immediately staring down Dimitri. We have holy shit chance for this matchup. Just as a previous Krule match, he's booked as an unstoppable beast. He puts Dimitri through a door. Dimitri then takes a beating with minimal offense for minutes on end. Krule looks intimidating, staring with those eyes. The Krule chance means GCW fans are getting it. Quite a few door spots. Of course, Dimitri is on the receiving end of most of those also. The referee in this match refused to help Dimitri with a chair, and the fans got on the referee's butt about it. Dimitri with an awesome over-the-shoulder power slam, not easy to do with a very large man, but things did not go in his favor here. Our winner in 11.5 minutes was Krule. I wrote that it was a solid hardcore match. Dimitri's debut was good. I'm looking forward to seeing more from both. Debuting with Krule is a hard sell. I can't wait for Dimitri's second match at GCW where I can see more of what he has on offense. Krule has both of his singles matches. He's won both of the matches since his debut. He leaves the ring to Krule chance. I just wish we would have seen Dimitri leaving the ring. Ash, again, I wish we would have seen Dimitri leaving the ring because I'm sure he got cheers also. And Dimitri's one of those ones that if we're trying to get like all over, trying to get them over, I would have waited to cut the camera until after he received his cheers because I think it would have been important to show that the fans accepted him. But that's also me being a hard ass. How did you feel on this one, B? Yeah, Krule versus Dmitry Alexandrov.
Yes, similar notes. Happy.
I'm so sorry, man.
It's funny though. It's just read different words. Happy to finally get Dimitri in a GCW match, but wow, what a test he had in Krule for a debut. I think you worded it better. That's a tough sell to get Dimitri over facing the monster Krule for his first match. I think it was just kind of there to show Dimitri's a tough guy and a tough nut to crack. And then we'll see him, hopefully, as you said, a second GCW match. We get to see a little bit more of him and what he's more capable of doing outside of facing the monster Krule. But I thought this was a good debut in my opinion, and we still haven't even really seen anything from Krule yet. I think we still just about to barely scratch the surface of what Krule can offer in GCW, and I'm excited to see how that plays out. Krule with the win, but still want to see more Dimitri in GCW.
Yeah, we are right down the line, Daniel, right?
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like that it's hard to have your first match against an unstoppable monster because you just look like you damn near got squashed. And that's not what you want in this situation. And that's not what the fans want because there's a lot of GCW fans that are also fans of a lot of other independent companies, NHB, you'd see a lot of other people from others and they love Dimitri, and I've seen this name come up several times. I have asked personally for this name. I think it's only a matter of time, maybe next year, maybe this year. Nathan Mowry coming through. I would like to see that in GCW. Again, I feel it's only a matter of time. He's intelligent. He does the job right. We'll see what happens there. Krule. I think the way he's being booked right now is fantastic. I wouldn't want to see it really any other way. Why would you bring a monster in just to kill him? He's on an upward trajectory and I'm trying to enjoy it because I know at some point he's going to hit a wall. My question is up against who? So we'll see who that is. I just hope that he doesn't just get served a loss because a GCW regular would, like to get over in this situation because it would be very unfair. Having someone very Kane-like coming into the independents and then getting crucified by somebody who's 5'8", 5'10".
I'm going to type a name on your notes just to see how much of the same page we're on. On that name that you said, the GCW regular, I think we're on the same page.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Because I also read your first note for the next match, and literally that's like, your first note of the next match is all my notes for the next match. We are on the same page, man.
Okay. Well, all right. So I love seeing the younger talent. Oh, did you announce the next match?
No, we did not. I want to see Reed's answer in chat. Who's your answer to be the one that kind of gives Krule his first rough time in GCW?
Where there's a couple here. PCO is I don't know if we'll see him at GCW. He did that TNA thing with his belt.
Right. Tremont, now that he's not champion, I kind of have in my notes for the next time with Brick Savage. He's a great name to start building up the Krules, the Dmitry Alexandrovs, the Little
Yes.
Sickos, the Mr. Danger still. Like now that he's not champion, he's hopefully still going to be in the hunt and heat of things in GCW, but in a more give back way. Where this year, I have kind of my notes. This year was kind of like his not swan song of going away. He hasn't announced anything yet, but it felt very much like this was like his time to like receive all the adoration from the years that he wasn't in GCW. So yeah, some of those names are good names there to beat Krule.
Yeah, Beastman, fantastic choice. Stackhouse, great choice. That would get him back at GCW a little more too. I do miss seeing Sam.
Yes.
Yeah, PCO will be doing Lunacy. So there is he'll be on Stranglemania. There's a great, fingers. Okay. I don't know to say this or not, but fingers crossed, JCW and GCW do a little thing again for collective. I'm not against it. Also, Russo is there. He's gonna want to do that. It gets him more views.
I want to see JCW do their own little show.
Really?
I don't want to see the crossover.
Well, I don't want to see a heavy, 8-month crossover. I'm just saying though, if they come in, run 30 days and they're out, 4 shows and be gone, I'm not against it because I felt like some of the decisions were a little awkward at times, but I felt like they played together well in the same park.
That's right. I'm a screwball.
Oh, he's
apart. I'm all for this Stranglemania to do its own thing. I want to see what it's like. Like you guys got me way more hyped for this show than I was going into it. Like that's a midnight show, I believe, as well. So yeah. I'm excited to see what that show is going to be all about. And I would like to see it just GCW. Don't touch it. I want to see an authentic Stranglemania because they're pulling some big names as it is already.
Effy is set for Stranglemania.
Awesome.
I'll
get to see his full character arc. He's gonna go full Juggalo and never come back.
Oh no, he's gonna become an Effy.
He's gonna start wrestling as a Juggalo because he found his new home. Oh my goodness, that's great.
In a strangle match. Oh no.
All right,
Effy likes it.
Our next matchup, which is going to have very similar notes here, Jordan Oliver versus Teriyaki.
I'm going to say the one that I know me and B already have a note. Love seeing younger talent like Teriyaki on the rise at GCW. I have a feeling we both probably have that note. Terry had a good reception. Out comes Jordan Oliver next. Emil introduces him as All Elite. The place goes wild. He's getting You Deserve It chance. I agree. B, you agree. The kid has earned it. The young man has, I don't even know if we say young man. He's what, 26, 27, 28 roughly?
I don't know now.
Yeah. So, but I see Yaki only years behind Jordan with the similar upward trajectory as long as he keeps working hard. They gave us the high impact and agile match we expected. There were multiple "this is awesome" chants. Their chop battle was epic. Both of their chests were lit up red with these nasty streaks of purple that you see where the impacts were a little harder. Our winner here, Jordan Oliver with an acid bomb. How do you feel about this 13.5-minute match? Because I know my notes were a little short on this one.
I was really looking forward to this one, and I think it delivered. The "You Deserve It" chants at the beginning was awesome to hear for Jordan, and this match showed once again why he is All Elite. But also, I think for Teriyaki, as you were kind of saying, I can easily see Teriyaki, if Buster the Brain starts to show up less because of the All Elite sighting, carrying where Alec and Jordan left off. I think Teriyaki has tremendous upside, as we have said for years, it seems, and he could shine and help carry GCW with the right stories. But I also think he could be in the same boat as Jordan, because I could see Teriyaki being a regular showcase part of Ring of Honor, like how Jordan kind of bumped up his way to Ring of Honor and All Elite. I could see Teriyaki quickly doing the same trajectory as you were mentioning, following kind of Jordan's footsteps there. But overall, I thought this was a fun match featuring the future of wrestling. And as you were kind of saying earlier, the promos and stuff, I really enjoyed Jordan's promo at the end. It kind of felt like it was kind of a goodbye to the GCW fans. But as the fan said at the beginning, he deserves it. And I thought this was a great match that showcased the future of GCW.
And I had here that after the match, Jordan said he got signed to AEW. He said Terry will make it too. We both, B and I, agree. Plenty of fans also agree. Jordan's underdog speech was also good. If you have a chance to go listen to that, it's kind of devoted to the fans and GCW and where they're going and where they've been. I think it's something Jordan can say. He's been with GCW for quite a while now, and I think at any time we had someone who can give us a temperature of the place and know where it's been and where it's at now, Jordan's one of them. So yeah, it was nice to see. He has to do well. Ishmael, sometimes they are allowed to do both and sometimes not. It just depends. Reed is right. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But
Jordan
yeah.
ELP, and that's what I want to see in LA.
What's that?
Jordan and ELP. I'm so happy to see El Phantasmo in GCW. Like I'm gonna pop on that first back rake crawl, like that, whatever he calls it. Just on that first back rake, I'm gonna fucking pop my balls off. It's gonna be fun.
You'll pop your balls off, huh?
I know.
I like it.
Yeah.
Pop his fucking balls off,
dude. Dude, that's a name from New Japan. Like I want to see. I want to see. We saw him once. I think it was in Japan. I think we saw him. I don't think we saw him here in America. Oh my goodness, the guy with the cat. Not Tanahashi.
Oh no.
The little. Oh my god, Hiromu. Is it Takahashi? It might be Takahashi. He carries a little cat, dude. The time bomb. The time bomb was like insane back when I was like brilliant to Ring of Honor, and he was doing a lot of stuff over there. But man, like if we could get him over here, but El Phantasmo was probably like top 3 I wanted to see here. Takahashi. I was scared of the Takahashi part. Hold up, I see my name popping up here. I only have GA for Despy, but I'm sneaking beside you, B. Just for the Rex. That show is gonna be nuts, man. Drew Kasai, that man, goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Like every card that weekend, I'm excited to go to. It's going to be fun. Crow Fairy Tale, I'm pumped for ELP and GCW. Just wish he was going to the show. I was going in February. I'm luckily I'm getting him at both the shows I'm going to. I think he's announced for Phoenix as well, so I will get to see ELP twice there, and hopefully we'll get to see him a little bit more in Takahashi, dude. Takahashi is who I want to see.
So there was a question that came up here. Cyan said, how does GCW feel about fan cam stuff? I recorded my whole weekend trip to Dallas and I have GCW stuff in my video. Will GCW take it down? I had companies complain about that like 10 years ago. So let me help you, Cyan. I'm not Mr. Official, but I kind of know how most of this goes. Unless you're showing like a full match on the floor or something, you're perfectly fine to show as much of that as possible. Yeah, you stick to clips and you're fine here. Brett is usually really good about allowing people to put stuff like that out there. I mean, why would he not want people to see you're on the floor having fun, you know? Or and again, this is independent wrestling. As long as you're not showing the whole damn thing, you're going to be fine. You know, if you're going to sit there and show 11 straight minutes of a match, probably not the best thing to do. But otherwise, you know, Brett's been really good with that. We had to ask, of course, for us to show matches on the show here. But outside of that, he's been really good. Screwball's kind of putting all my long words into a short one, but it's free promotion for GCW. And Brett loves the fans and what the fans do, you know? So we take all love. Absolutely. Not we. He takes all, GCW takes all love that comes in almost all forms by far. All right, we're almost there. We've got 3 matches till the end of number 1. Remember that show 2 always goes quicker. So our second half of the show will go quicker.
And our notes are pretty much the same, it seems like. So we're just repeating what he
shit. You're just gonna go what he said.
Ditto. Just keep it quick here.
Echo.
All right. Our next match is for the GCW World Championship as Atticus Cogar defends it against the one called Manders.
So Manders is out of his gold gear and into his silver gear. I think he said that someone stole his jacket a couple months ago, maybe. Maybe this was in AC. I'm not really sure. Atticus really does change the temperature of the room when he enters it. Skewers come out early. They were involved in a lot of Atticus's offense in this match. Manders is the one bleeding first. There's a great spot where Manders got his boot taken and skewers stomped into his foot. Manders answered with a lariat that turned the champion inside out. Atticus hits a brain hemorrhage through a door and covers. Effy pulls out Atticus before the 3 count. We have a search for a new referee. Effy finds Scarlet and brings her out. Manders goes for the lariat and Atticus rolls up Manders in a small package. Our winner in this match and still retaining the GCW World Championship, Atticus Cogar. Thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this was a rematch of TOS 666, the semifinals, and while it may not have been as violent as that match, I think it told just as good a story as the first one did. Manders getting skewered all over the place was nuts to see. Loved seeing Atticus working over Manders' arm and legs to help stop the lariat, and the ending where Manders couldn't fully cover Atticus because he was tending to his foot that got stomped on with the skewers, costing him the title match. With Effy messing around with the ref was a chef's kiss. Like I loved everything about it. Like story wise, like like I said, it wasn't as violent, but the story that it told throughout the match and the psychology of it was beautifully written. And I thought this was a great story driven title match for Atticus. And this is what I want to see, emotionally in these matches to get invested and make it feel like each contender that Atticus defends the belt against has a real chance to win. So I'm all for this one. I enjoyed it. And then, like, even though Manders was the one who was runner-up, I believe, at the Do or Die Rumble, I thought it made sense for him to get the next shot up since Otis didn't want to take it against his brother, give it to the second person. And this is where I love wins and losses. So this one makes sense to me, and how it played out and everything was beautifully written. And as someone said, I wasn't even thinking about, there's a couple, like Effy could go a lot of different ways with his character, as we kind of see with One Return as well. But I see a lot of good stuff in Effy's future with his crash out here in the story that he's going with. And I think it leads Manders to a lot of cool stuff in the future as well, going into Collective, giving him a big spotlight story, like featured match.
I like how Manders has become more and more important at GCW over the last 2 years. And it's been fun to watch him slowly rise also. Do you think Manders has a GCW championship run coming at some point, or some form of I don't know about UV, but could you see what? Because I mean, he's a credible threat and he could do it. Do you think he matches the GCW fan aesthetic? See, that's what I'm not sure, but I could tell you most any other company, I'd put him as a champion, at least for a while.
I mean, we've seen what he's done over in Europe and Germany and everything, and how he's carried those companies as champion over there. That's with him kind of being part-time working over here. So I could see it. I think you made a great point. That's what kind of made me stop my answer, is you said GCW specifically, like would the fans, GCW fans, get behind it? I think they would. Now, would I give him a 6-month run? Probably not, but I wouldn't mind a month run or a couple show run. Like, I'm all for short title runs, like as long as it makes sense and it's good. But I definitely think the growth that we've seen from Manders from that first match with Atticus to him telling Hamrick to get the fuck out the ring and shut up, and showing big leadership in GCW, to what he's been doing all throughout in Europe and carrying that success over here. He definitely, I think, could carry GCW, but depends on how long and circumstances, in my opinion.
Actually, I wanted to say hello to Beastman. It's good to see you tonight. Hey, Beastman, I have a question for you. By any chance, next Tuesday, would you like to come in and do an interview with us? Oh, well, that sounds good. We'd like to see you for an interview next week. Yeah. So you know what? That's what we're going to do. Next Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, we're going to have Beastman come over, and we're going to have a fantastic time talking together. He has more of a story than most people would know, and I'm really looking forward to getting it out of him. So again, Beastman, you good? There we go. You're going
to get a lot of husks next week.
So I guess that's confirmation. We will be seeing Beastman next week at this time. Yep, he's confirmed. All right.
Yeah. Beastman confirmed next week.
Yes, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. I'm sorry.
People, like, we're not lying either. Like Beastman is our Beastman is our
Yes.
guest next week. That's who we were going to wait to announce later on. And then the mystery person that backed out last week is still up in the air in chat. No one's guessed that person yet. But yes,
We'll let that be.
Beastman is our interview next week. So thank you, Beastman, for your time next week, and definitely can't wait to hear all about your stories from your recent Japan trip, and as well as everything else that's been going on in crazy Beastman's life.
Husk. It's so sad. I've used that one Husk message like 7 times, but it's been a great conversation we've had together. Look at that. He agrees. So just to kind of finish up this story at the end of this match here, Effy and Manders were yelling back and forth. Manders is in Effy's face, and then both go to the back. I may have cut you off here, B. Was there anything else in the way of notes you had on here?
No. Like I said, I thought it was a good action was what it would need it to be to further everyone's story and to make the title the focal point in GCW, how it should be.
After this match, then there was what I consider a solid promo by Priscilla Kelly. I wanted to mention again because it added layers to this. She set up the match and it made it more important. So yeah, if you have a chance, definitely check that out. I think that's the one where it looks like a 90s rap video where it's like she's all in red.
Yeah. And she did that for both of them. I think she did 2 different videos, one for Atticus and Megan. And
that's right.
She's been, as you said, doing what we asked. I like seeing these promos, even if it's one quick 1 minute, 2 minute, but it gets the history of the match, gets me more excited to see what's going to happen, because unfortunately I do have short notes for this match because it's kind of story. There was not really anything there other than what Priscilla did to carry it, which I'm very happy and thankful for, because outside of that promo, I was just going to watch this match to see what happens. But now going into, I was kind of hoping Priscilla Kelly would get a little violent and dark side with her harlotness. But overall, I think when we get to this match, I'll cover it. But I think it was a pretty good match for what it was. Megan Bayne versus Priscilla Kelly is our next match.
So I maybe am the only one that's seen it, but Priscilla seemed a little off during her entrance. I don't know what was going on there. She also posed with her back to the camera on her entrance. Who knows? Megan Bayne comes out always looking like a champion. I wish she was the one challenging Atticus. I know that there's a possibility she could at most any time. A hard-hitting women's match is what I have, as it should be. The struggle was sold well, especially in the second half. Megan went for the spear, Priscilla moved, and she put a Megan-sized head hole through a door. Our winner here, Megan Bayne with a running Megasis bomb. This was almost 14 minutes long. I put a very good match. It could have been a main event on any other night. What do you think in this one, man? Oh, did it get you again? It's okay. Redacted just said ask Beastman how much he spends at Tuticon.
We'll definitely have to save that question for next week.
Wait, he has an answer. I'm sorry. I shouldn't use that so much, but it's beautiful.
No, I thought this was a good match. It was good wrestling. It was just a match, so it wasn't for any stakes. I don't think it's going to affect either women's future matches or status or going forward in GCW. Unfortunately, it was good for what it was, and I'm glad that Priscilla Kelly still being able to showcase what she wasn't able to in NXT. So happy for that. But also, Megan Bayne looked really good as well and kind of dominated Priscilla Kelly at times when it needed to be in the match. And overall good match, but I just wish a little bit more stakes would have been added to it to make me a little bit more excited.
Reed said the same thing. The match was a little weird, but only because Priscilla's title shot the next night and no follow-up to Megan winning, which is a little downfall to Megan not always being here. As we know, it's just come in, leave. I'll take it. But
why did she need to win there though? That's why I'm I agree with it. Ruined Priscilla Kelly the next night. Why couldn't she get the quick win to get some momentum? Now she's lost her match against Shotzi. She's lost her match against this. And now someone who's 0-2, 0-3, I forgot the last few matches, gets a title shot. And like I said, I'm a stickler for the wins and losses. So for me, that's kind of why it was a little sour. Nothing in ring that the women did. It's just booking wise, I didn't. Booking wise, wasn't for me. But well, good match though.
Someone said something earlier, and I wanted to just talk about this, and I'm so sorry that I skipped it. But Someone had asked here, Reed Harris Cooper, is Atticus Cogar a modern day Terry Funk? I would say no, Matt Tremont is. That's how I would put it. I don't think that Atticus is old enough yet to be considered a grizzled veteran and considered that any decision he makes is probably for the better. But I do see Tremont's probably in that position right now. I don't know. Is there anyone else you could see is in that Funk position? I mean, we don't see, Morton enough, but I could see Tremont being our champion maker, our teacher, our leader.
Yeah, that's what I agree. That's Tremont would probably be the best answer there.
Personality wise, I don't know personality wise, unfortunately. I'd still would have to say I like ZMZO here saying Tremont or Mance.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question. I kind of like that one. I don't know. I think Terry was very old school, very tough, very by the book. Everybody listened when he spoke, and I don't know. Maybe it's another, but for me, it's Tremont. I feel like everybody looks up to him. Who better? Maybe MDK, maybe Gage.
Yeah, that's a good one too. All right, our main event of the night was for the GCW Ultraviolent Championship as Matt Tremont defends the belt against Otis Cogar.
Otis was wearing a Tremont mask and using his music. I thought that was very cool. Matt came out next. Their face-off will be worth replaying for years down the road. It was a great visual. Matt sticking Otis with a fork and using real impact while the camera's in their face. Great job there. Otis is covered in blood early. The gussets come out. Both Matt and Otis feel those somewhere in the match. They fight back and forth. He gets stuck once. Matt gets stuck the other. Otis throws a bundle at Matt, and we have our first glass of the night. Otis stabs Matt with his own fork, which was kind of a, I don't know, storyline-wise, that says a lot when you're using the man's own weapon on himself. He also bites Matt's head, and you could actually see both of their blood mixing and collectively running down Matt's body, and you could hear the fans go, ugh. Staple gun comes out, and Matt's stapled to the ring apron. Then it's ripped out of him. A barbed wire board is next. Matt knocks Otis from the ring and onto the board. There are massive amounts of light tubes that are being swung. Glass and dust was everywhere. Otis hasn't stopped bleeding since those fork stabs in the first couple minutes of the match, and I'm like 12 minutes into my notes. Otis sets up a glass pane bridge. He lays Matt under it and hits a huge splash through the glass. Otis covers and gets the 3. Our winner and new GCW Ultraviolent champion, Otis Cogar. Let's go to your notes here before I go to any opinions on it. What did you think about this one?
About damn time Otis got over the hump there. That was it for me. Like that was I think the commentary did a great job of saying like how he's been kind of the second place runner-up of all of the so close but never finishing his story. And this is the one we've been kind of hyping and saying Otis has been looking good. And I thought maybe this could have happened a couple weeks ago or months ago, but I'm glad Otis finally is the one that dethroned Matt Tremont. It was a good violent match. Yeah, him coming out and using Atticus's mind games and kind of doing what Atticus has done to be successful and using the face mask and that was creepy. That as you said, that showdown, the face off, the picture, like Scarlett's face just looking like, what is going on here? Like this is insane. Like, yeah, that was a vibe to start the match, and then the match killed it. Otis took a beating. Matt Tremont did everything he could, but at the end, Otis carried it in. And as someone said earlier, I love how Atticus has been defending his belt mostly by himself, and now Otis won this belt without any distractions and all by himself. Love it. I'm all for it. It's keeping them strong by themselves, not even having to unite as a trio as we were kind of worried about with Atticus's matches and them kind of interfering. They have done it now on their own, and that's what I'm kind of most happy to see is Otis did it on his own, and you can't sit there and say he had the help and take it, any match of this, anything away from him at this point. Like he earned it here, and it was awesome match. And Tremont, salute to Tremont. What a wonderful ultra violent run, damn near a year. we complained for years about this deathmatch belt being not defended as much here in United States when it was on Arena, not defended at all in LA in ultra violent matches. And then Tremont gets the belt, gets violent, does ultra violence in LA and every single place he went. That was an incredible run he had. And I don't want it to everything else that kind of overshadowed this, or at the end to kind of overshadow what happened with Tremont's run, because it was incredible. But yeah, Otis earned it in the timeline of Vandal 48 is in full effect right now.
Yeah, I am sad with the Matt loss, because I think what we had going probably could have won another 6 months or so. But at the same time, I feel like we'd be beating a dead horse. And I'm sure Matt understands there are others that need to be elevated. And again, that's where maybe Matt's in that Terry Funk-like position. I wrote here, when it comes to the use of the mask, I like now that it's not just an Atticus thing, it's a Cogar family thing, which I think makes that even more, it reinforces the Vandal family link.
It kind of feels like he's teaching them powers. Like, you guys, like, look what made me successful here, the mind games and like the psychology and getting into opponents' minds. Look, try it for your way and see how it does, and see the success it should bring you.
Yeah, I see that it's more of an us thing, and they've really been pushing how Vandal 48 really is. I like how it hasn't went to the background. That's what can happen here, especially when you have one champion. It can really do something to the group. It can either elevate them or, but when there's two champions in one group, it can really make for an interesting dynamic. And I'm wondering how, Atticus is going to pitch that.
And Otis could sit there and say, like, he's the more dominant of the two, because he's willing to get more violent and do what Atticus no longer is willing to do. So it could play out later on, however it plays out. There's many ways they could go with it, as you were saying. And yeah, I'm liking it, because Vandal 48 being in charge of everything is something different for GCW and us fans. And I want to see a new GCW right now in this timeline. And I think we're going to absolutely get it with Atticus and Otis running the place now.
So my end of notes on this one, I put some fans are a little mad. I get it. It's Matt Tremont. But there are a ton of fans and wrestlers that also say he deserves it. Straight out of their mouths. I've heard that. I am curious where all this goes story-wise and what it means for Vandal 48 and that GCW takeover. I feel maybe that's what's going on here. Back to the show, though. Atticus comes out to celebrate with his brother. It's a beautiful thing seeing this. I wish Napier was there to cap it off. Someone comes from behind dressed in all black with a tube bundle and smashed it over Otis' body. Then takes out Atticus. So now both of our GCW champions have been fucking dropped. Crazy. It's Allie. She's back. Fans are chanting her name as she holds Atticus' championship above her belt. It's apparent she's coming for the title, and I think we have something good that Atticus is doing. I think her day is earned. I just think any other time but now. What are your thoughts?
Man, I have a lot of different thoughts. Allie coming back after her kind of promo and everything was shocking. Someone said it earlier. I would have given it a couple longer than just a couple days of having her return after that. I kind of agree with you. But having it in Dallas makes sense. Having her come back and go after the title, I know that's the issue a lot of fans have, and I see it. But here's
We're
where
seeing it in chat. Yeah.
And here's where I will agree, though, where she should get it is kind of going back to the Manders. She lost to Effy by an injury, and we never she never got a full match to try to earn that title shot. So I think they're just trying to skip that middle step this time, just in case of anything crazy that happens, and just go right to it now while we still have her and put her into that title scene. Her and Atticus have enough history to carry that story between now and LA to do a lot on social media, hopefully between now and then. But I agree with you. I hope she doesn't get the title right away. I am all for seeing how this Atticus timeline plays out. I saw someone write in the chat earlier when we were talking about Effy. Effy kind of costing Allie the belt an opportunity would be kind of cool. But I am also totally done seeing Allie and Effy together. Like whether it be as opponents, as team, I want to see Allie do her thing. I want to see what the Alley catch we were going to get, kind of the heel Alley catch we were going to get before all this, the injury happened. So I don't know. A lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of question marks regarding Atticus's title right now moving forward. That definitely has thrown a wrench into a lot of different plans and ideas. And I'm excited because I have no idea where it's going to go, but I do have an idea of where I kind of wanted to keep on staying right now. And that is to see Atticus's vision and his time to play out right now. And like, unfortunately for Allie, it's with the injury, she's got to wait her turn, I think, instead of just throwing her in here. So I'm 50-50 on it.
Yeah. I say not now. I love the idea. I believe she's earned it, and I believe her time is coming. I still believe to this day, before Masha, it should have been her as the first women's GCW champion, because I think before Masha, she earned it. Honestly. Right here, I have Reed Harris Cooper discussing something I was thinking. I would have aired that promo on a show instead of just on Twitter, and then waited for Allie's return a few shows from now. And it would have been Brett heard me and responded. What do you think?
You put that on the show, then you're absolutely putting that seed into like, hey, she is going to return. But where she posted like that and they don't kind of mention it at all, kind of leaves that realism and doubt in my mind, at least. I wouldn't have put it on the screen. But
so there was a couple. This is, we're smarter fans. The first thing I was like, she's in full makeup in a studio or somewhere, and they're shooting it damn near professional. Normally something like that would just be put in a message or shot on a phone. Number one. Number two, the next day after she announced that she was leaving GCW, she had a little message board for 2026, like a little vision board. And at the bottom literally had the GCW World Championship in one of the pictures. And I'm like, okay, that's messy. There's a better way to do that. Also, if we knew that this was all going to go down in Texas, chances are I would have ran the I Quit video on social media a couple weeks ago to let it breathe. I don't know. What are you thinking there?
I would have done a like MJF, kind of like, as you said, the phone call, leave a voicemail to Brett with her grievances, break that fourth wall, kind of talk about some of the stuff that she kind of has alluded to in the past, and maybe actually kind of air some of that. And that kind of Brett has to get on the phone and, hey, I'll make that up to you here. How about we're not going to play around no more and make you earn a title shot? You earned it. You would have had the victory over Effy. Let's just give it to you now and shut everyone up and make everyone else happy. I would have gone that way, but Brett doesn't want to be an on-screen character, and it's fine too. Yeah. But that I would have done it. I would have done a lot of things differently, but it is what it is. And I don't know. I see a lot of people in chat, saying, kind of agreeing that. Well,
what happens if Effy causes Allie the title?
That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, but I wanted them to stay away from each other. Like, I don't want them to get involved. But like for me, that. I don't think they have a story to finish. Like, they had that one match. Like, do we have to go back to one more match? Like, just let them go their separate ways now. But I don't know.
Well, we've had, so Crow is saying that Allie should have just shown up, no message, just show up. Also, maybe. So the other thing is, there's been a lot of people showing up in all black and hitting people. But at the same time, well, no. Okay, we'll just let it be. But there's been a lot of people in different companies that have shown up in all black and hit somebody with a baseball bat recently, kind of thing. And
I like, you could have done like the little Cardona or the Moxley or something. She could have done something, like some mannerism of somebody, like
Cardona. Should have done a Cardona thing, especially since he just left.
Well, Cardona was the one who, like, he did the Moxley, so like Cardona didn't really have his own kind of mannerism there. But like, I wouldn't have done the video at all then. Yeah, if I would have been coming back, I definitely would have. If so, that video would have been out a long time ago, if that was kind of the plan. So I don't know. Spring break is turning out to be kind of crazy. Atticus, he wants his timeline, but he has a bunch of bunch of people that want to change that timeline and reset it. So it's going to be fun, though. At least we have a lot of options and things to talk about, and there are a lot of realistic possibilities who could take the belt off Atticus right now.
Crow said, "What? Just show up in a gorilla costume? No, just show up looking pristine, like you haven't been in GCW in a year, and you're better than when you left, and deliver your promise." But again, at the same, or not deliver your promise, but just deliver your message. But at the same time, hey man, nothing's wrong with what's going on. Here's something I wanted to mention. Jordan Oliver was the JCW champ for 364 days. KTB was a GCW champ 350 days. Blake Christian, GCW 356. Matt Tremont, UV champ 363. Private Party tag team for 371. Outside of Private Party and KTB, we have seen several major championships stop right around the 1 year mark. It's been a booking pattern I've seen in Brett, and that's partially how I saw Otis taking the championship. The other part were the extensive teases by GCW, which were appreciated and drove the story. So I just wanted to kind of mention that because I know a couple people are like, wait a minute, they really are on Otis this week. Brant and I have talked a couple times, like we talk, and him or I kind of came to the thing like, hey, they've really been pushing Otis. Otis does have a time coming. We're hearing from other wrestlers. Otis is going to have his time down the road. He's earned it, and just felt like this was the time, and here we were. And yeah, it runs right around that 1 year mark that Brett likes to give to a lot of his wrestlers.
Private Party way back at the beginning GCW days, like way back then. Yeah, that was when I first saw them. I was like, holy cow, Isaiah Cassidy.
Yeah, they were back there back in the day. Yeah, we have some people. Yeah,
I was going to say 2017, but I was like, man, that feels way too long away to say 2017. But that was literally the number I had it stuck in my head.
Yeah, I was digging into the archives for that one.
I didn't that was crazy.
So was there anything else you wanted to discuss about this one? And then I have a feeling taking a 3-minute cookie break is okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I thought Gillies, I want to shout out the crowd all weekend. Both crowds were hot. Gillies was hot from the get-go. I think they helped to carry a lot of stories. Like they got into it, but I enjoyed, and I think we've seen a lot in the chat. A lot of the positive comments are because of what we're able to talk about, not just of in-ring cool matches, but a lot of the stories and what could be happening in GCW moving forward with all this collective news and collective coming up. So it's a fun time to be a GCW fan. We have a lot to talk about still with the next show and more possibilities. So yeah, 3-minute break sounds good. And then we'll come back and talk about that one.
Okay, well, everyone relax then real quick. We'll take that 3-minute break and we'll see you back here for part 2, which we promise will go quicker than part 1. See you in a minute. We are back.
All right. Our next show we are covering is GCW's Crime Wave from The Wave in Wichita, Kansas.
All right. So this was a new state for GCW. They're 35th out of 50. AEW shot a Dynamite and an ROH episode at this venue on February 26th, 2025. I really like the place. The venue's name, Wave, is on the wall. There are huge neon lights that hang from the ceiling that become more prominent as the sun goes down outside. You can see where hard cam is actually off-centered purposely to get those lights. There's also an outside area in case GCW wants to put on an outdoor event. Wink, wink. The place, though, it's unique. I love the Wave. There's something special there if the crowd supports it. I think I should say I love Wave. I don't know if I should say I love the Wave. Emma and Jay Mosley on commentary again. Same thing as the night before. Great job. Yeah, that's what I have to say. Kicking off here. What were your thoughts on the Wave?
I liked it. I thought it was kind of cool, like how the show called Crime Waves was at their Wave. I thought that was a nice little coincidence, but I don't know how much of a coincidence it was. But I thought the venue looked pretty cool. I didn't catch as much as you said it did. It didn't stand out to me. I know I'm a big venue guy. This one, it didn't really stick out to me as much as all the other ones.
Okay, dude. So I saw that it said like Wave on it and everything, and I'm seeing the lights, and I'm going, you know what? This is a unique venue. If the fans supported it, we could have a unique independent venue.
I think you're muted now. Well, you're not muted, but I think you unplugged your mic or something.
Oh no, you can't hear me?
No, we can now. We can now.
Okay, good. Maybe something happened there. Sorry.
No, you're good. All right. Our first match from the Wave was Teriyaki versus Gavin Ash.
All right. Great job by the local referee for checking both shoulders before counting the three. Want to get that out front right up. This was two young guys tearing it up. It was agility, speed, and flips. I love Gavin's Koji clutch. Some of his moves take a little setup, but the payoff is usually worth it. Yaki has an impressive, I think it's a spinning Falcon arrow. I'm not really sure. And it might even be a newer move from him. Fantastic. Less than 9 minutes, so I'm not going to go crazy on this one. Our winner in this one was Teriyaki. I want to give him credit for a well-told story, and watching this match made me realize injecting youth into GCW is and can be a good thing for everyone's future, not only the fans, but also the wrestlers and the company. What were your thoughts on this one?
After their previous night Scramble and Teriyaki's one-on-one match with Jordan, I was really hyped to see this one as a singles match, and these two uniquely meshed their styles well, and I thought it was a great way to open the night with that action. Teriyaki got the win, but bravo to Ash as well, and I think this one over-delivered in the opener.
I almost got muted. No, I was really good there. I almost said something. I've been trying to not get mute messed up, at least. You know,
just me.
There's gonna be one show where it won't happen, and right now, 2.5 hours in, we're doing good. Cyan made a point here. It said they noticed more kids in the crowd. Only saw couples at Gillies. A couple kids at Gillies. I'm gonna just touch on this. I'm noticing more females and couples in the crowd at GCW, and I feel like I've noticed this the last year. So I just wanted to say, for those who do bring their significant others or their kids, welcome. I think it's wonderful. And every kid that I've seen go to these shows has a blast. If anything, they just want to, cuss at their favorite wrestler. It's the truth.
Our next match was a tag team match, as it was the Cowboy Way, Manders and Thomas Shire going against Unsigned and Don't Care, Gary J and Anakin Murphy.
Love the Cowboy Way team. I discussed that earlier. Unsigned and Don't Care were a touch on the skinnier side, and I saw bad news coming for those guys. There was a weird start to this one. Both teams weren't in the ring, and the referee called for the match to start. I already knew something weird was going on. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Have you ever seen two guys tope to the outside, and the referee's like, fuck it, we're going?
I loved oh shit hot start. So yeah, I've seen it a few times. I was all for that because I feel like they needed to do that.
It was unknown why Manders sat outside the ring instead of standing on the ring apron for the first few minutes in this match. I thought he got his bell rung or something. I could not remember. Manders finally does come in, and he's mad at ring crew for not grabbing his gear, and he's right there. I feel like maybe he was playing up that he was upset after the previous night's loss. Also, just a couple little notes. It took minutes for the match rules to finally set in, but once those tag rules were there, it was a lot more enjoyable. The fans were into it. Gary J's offense was a lot of chops, but then he brought a ton of chairs to the ring. Our winner here was the Cowboy Way. I just wrote that it took Cowboy Way 10.5 minutes to take down those guys, but we're not going for realism here. So, I mean, overall, it was David Goliath, and Gary J took a lot and gave a lot, and Anakin Murphy seems to be a big fan favorite. So not bad. Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah.
All right. So my first note: this was such a mismatch. But showed just how much heart Anakin and Jay had, but also the punishment that they can take and what they're willing to go through to win a match. They played that role. They played that role so well in this match, and Cowboy Way threw everything at them. And at the end, it was the kitchen sink that finally ended it and put an end to Unsigned and Don't Care out for the 3. I thought it was a fun match that the crowd ate up.
Science said, only my second time seeing Unsigned and Don't Care, but I like them. Anakin Murphy's cool, and I want to see more of him, especially. Screwball said, if you haven't heard a Gary J chop live, then you haven't heard a real knife edge chop. Screwball knows his shit. They would know. Gary J has beaten Shire and Manders many a time. Now that I did not know. I might love Anakin Murphy as much as I love Drew Parker. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah. Science said those chops are hard. Those Gary J chops were hard. I don't know if it's the size of his hand or he just knows how to do it right, but yeah, something about them chops, man.
Our next match was KJ Orso versus Shotzi Blackheart. Emil had to get it right this match. I figure I'll get it right this match too.
There you go. Lean into the character, B. There's those asshole chants again coming from the crowds. Then started the Fuego chants. He shows the camera what you were talking about, B, where on his shorts it says, or on his tights it says, Fuego is dead. I'm giving credit to KJ for getting more attention than Shotzi in this one, because normally, Shotzi would get more attention, but everything KJ was doing was bringing attention to him. And honestly, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, if you're really loading it in and people are reacting to you, that's the whole point. KJ was being mean to a girl in the front row. Later, Shotzi let the little girl give him chops. KJ got on commentary mid-match and said he was the best. We can't say KJ doesn't have a ton of personality. And it's in my notes there. A ton of work happened outside the wrestling ring, and not everyone can do that. Our winner here in 10.5 minutes, KJ Orso. And that little extra at the end where KJ was pressing Emil to announce him as the winner, I thought was an interesting touch. What were your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'll kind of go back to what I was saying earlier. Orso has to garnish the most heat from the fans right now. Both nights, those KJ assholes chants were the loudest chants I think I heard all weekend. Overall, I thought this was a good match. KJ's interaction with that kid and Emil on commentary had me howling. KJ is on fire right now, and big shout out once again to him showing up on Impact. That side podcast that we were talking about is getting more interesting with all the recent talent featured showing up all over the wrestling world. But it's awesome to see KJ join that list as well, and another big victory of KJ Orso over Shotzi, and I think he's building momentum to throw his name into Alley Catch and everyone else challenging Atticus for that belt. And I would love to see them kind of go back to KJ and Atticus, go back to that story now with Atticus kind of seeing what he created. He created and brought this out of KJ Orso, and to see him kind of have to deal with that fact and kind of get some comeuppance for what he did and making Fuego take the mask would be fun to see as well, them fighting over the belt.
I really am surprised that Atticus and KJ kind of haven't went back to that well a little bit. Like KJ maybe gives Atticus a pass and thanks him for bringing that out of him. I mean, really, I mean, he's seeing more success. Why not? I don't know. Maybe if we see KJ and Atticus go at it again, they'll kind of layer that in there. But yeah, there should be something from Atticus going, you should thank me. You know, I made you be honest with yourself, and now look at you, better than ever, kind of thing.
Yep. And look at Atticus spitting the truth to him and Effy and everyone else that Atticus has kind of been having matches with and exposing their truths, like showing everybody like how he's been right throughout this whole process. Hopefully they do get a chance to put a little bow on that feud there.
It just goes to show that thinking matters and putting thought into one's character and story matters also. Yeah. Just wanted to stick that in there somewhere. You feeling good, B? I know we're 2.5 hours in. You doing good, buddy?
All of a sudden I started yawning here this third hour, but yeah, we're good. We're good here. Definitely got a lot more to talk about. That's for sure.
I was gonna say it's only 9:30 on the West Coast.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm dog tired already. Our fourth match was a death match, as it was Matt Tremont against Brick Savage.
And Brick is back, and I hope this isn't the last of him for a while. This was Matt's first match without his UV championship, and I echo again, that was one hell of a run. This was the meaty match you expected. Plenty of weapons used, like chairs, gussets, doors, plenty of fighting around the ring. Tremont got a gusset to the head, and Matt answered with sticking Brick with a fork. Brick gets dropped in tacks. Tremont goes into them back first. Brick put Tremont through a door, and the whole thing blew to pieces. Our winner in this match with less than 11 minutes, Matt Tremont with a top rope splash. Matt looked into the camera and said he wants his belt back. How do you feel about this match, man?
All right. This is a long one here, so let me kind of ramble.
I love it. Let's do it.
This one is a long one here. So for me, what I was most interested in was to see what happens with Tremont after losing the belt. I saw someone online say it was kind of shitty that Matt's great run was thrown away, kind of like at the end, like they couldn't even let him. Well, I think I'll get to it. Was just kind of thrown away with the return and the title change and at the end of the show. But I look at it like he had the thank you treatment everywhere he went with the crowds and the performances he was putting on. Every title defense throughout his title run over the last year. But I do agree a little bit time, maybe even after the show, social media exclusive, Patreon exclusive, something behind the scenes coverage after the alley return to kind of showcase Matt and give him that little goodbye, which I think was kind of missing. I know it's hard to do, especially with everything that happened after that match, but I would have given him a little something even backstage with the locker room, kind of similar to what they did with Manders, or what was left of the locker room at the end of that night. A standing ovation to kind of soak in all his title run and everything he's done for that belt over the last year. Maybe even Allie helps him up, chases after Atticus, runs away with the belt. Something to celebrate Tremont's incredible title run. But nonetheless, his run was spectacular, and I couldn't have asked for more. Back to this match, though. After the performance Brick had with Shire, I was really looking forward to this one. And once again, Brick had an incredible match. I didn't expect Brick to get as violent and crazy as he did, and especially Tremont after losing the belt. I didn't expect him to get as crazy and violent as this match kind of played out, and I'm happy for it. I would have kind of had Brick win the match and kind of keep that Tremont loss going, but also help keep on building Brick's momentum towards Collective Weekend and his future shows in GCW. But overall, this match way over delivered from what I was expecting it to be. But bravo once again to me. I think that falls on Brick stepping up to the challenge, and I think Brick was the showcase and like literally the highlight of the weekend for me. Like as a kind of newer name and stood out, he was a standout for me.
Scion said, wait, Brick versus Tremont? I was asleep after the last match and didn't know I missed this. Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Very good one.
You should check it out. Honestly, this is one of those ones that's more old school that I like, which means you'll probably like it too. It was pretty brutal in the best of ways.
Our next match was another Jersey J Cup qualifying match. This time, Vengador versus Samuray Del Sol.
I'm laughing right here because Clown, when we come on, has 3 hours of work when we start. So he's cheering us on to do 25 more minutes until work is done. Hey, we're pulling for you, Clown. Thank you so much for listening. We really do look forward to all of you. I can tell you, though, Clown is usually the first one to ever come in the room, always. And we appreciate you, man, a lot. Okay. You did announce Vengador versus Samurai, right? It is getting late on it. Okay, so by the way, we're doing all this live. That's another fun aspect. I feel like this match gave us a look into more of what Vengador can do in the ring. There was some interesting handwork between both at times. I almost felt like there was confusion. There was a few points where I wish they would have wrestled instead of doing like the non-wrestling spots. They were having too much fun for it being booked as a qualifying match into a major tournament. And I'm just going to say right there, that's Wrestling 101. Know why you're out there and what you're doing. They're too busy cheering each other on, trying to get into a major tournament. The way they were wrestling, you would think that Samurai is 29 and Vengador is the 39-year-old. Our winner in this one and advancing to the 2026 Jersey J Cup, Vengador. What do you think on this match?
I was really looking forward to this match, and it gave me all the lucha I wanted. The crowd was into it. It had the stakes attached, and Vengador getting the victory and moving on to the J Cup, I think led to an overall great match and atmosphere. But I didn't really notice it. But like once you mentioned it, I was like, yeah, that was what felt like what was kind of missing with that one was the urgency, urgency to win and a big chance to win and get into this prestigious tournament that they're building it up to be. And yeah, there was a little bit of kind of too much showboating and playing to the fans instead of urgency. And I don't know, like I didn't think about it, I guess, during the time, but I think the match was fun and good, but it felt like it was just a showcase match instead of a high stakes qualifying match. And yeah, that was a great point by you for pulling that out here.
They're too busy getting each other over than to get the match over.
Yeah. That's a true one there. I still want to see more of Del Sol, and maybe he could still win his way into the J Cup still. I would have done Del Sol instead of Vengador.
Correct. Same.
But, yeah.
Del Sol should have went in. I'm sorry to cut you off. I have feelings on this one. I think the wrong person got the yes here. And also I felt that Samurai probably needed a quicker and more capable opponent to make it a real lucha match. I don't have a full opinion on Vengador yet, but right now it's going more towards the negative side. I feel he's either a little slow or a little too showy, and that's not the kind of lucha I like. And that's a very pointed comment.
You know who he's reminding me of? And like, I don't want to like mean it to sound bad, but
what's his name? I know.
Shun Skywalker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. but for the wrong, like
exactly.
Isn't it the outfit though and everything else?
The outfit
too?
obviously it looks like him, but I want to say it's like it's not the lucha feel. It's the flashy. It's the here. Let me play to the crowd for 3 minutes and then do 30 seconds of crazy shit and then play to the crowd again. Like it's not the lucha go fun like go like the pacing for it. Like
it's the lucha sizzle, not the lucha steak. Yeah,
yeah, it is a weird one. Yeah. Like that's who I've been feeling like. 'Cause remember I kind of shat on Shun Skywalker Dragon Gate last collective. Like in ring, he looked good, but I felt like he was drunk the whole match. Like
that was weird.
Like all the time. Like I couldn't stand it. And like I'm starting to see a little bit of that Vengador of like taking it in here instead of showing us out. Like you're taking the adoration, but give us more stuff to give you more adoration for.
Yeah, I just if you're trying to get into a tournament and there's supposed to be urgency, you don't cheer your opponent. You know what I mean? Things like that can't happen. Gringo.
Sorry. I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to say that. I know. Gringo has had nothing to do with Gringo.
Yeah, Vengador is only 29, started wrestling at 15. I don't know. I look at it this way. I'm a little harder and rougher on luchadors, and you want to know why? I know there are handfuls upon handfuls of luchadors that would love to have one ticket to the United States to go at it at GCW. And if you aren't giving it 110% on the American stage, I don't know, man. So like I said, when I looked at this, you would have thought Vengador was 39 and Samurai was the 29-year-old, but it felt like it flipped there. I don't know what's going on there. but I do hope he has a lot more fire in his ass on the last couple dates he has left. And I'm just being real about it. Either show the fuck up or get the fuck out so the next one can come up. We got hungry people waiting to do it. And I say that across the whole fucking thing. We got hungry fans. We got hungry wrestlers. Either appreciate your spot or get the fuck out of the way, because Brett's been very obvious about the fact that he's on an initiative to bring in younger talent and new talent. And you can either appreciate where you're at or you can get lost, because here comes Gavin Ash, here comes Teriyaki. They're right up your ass. And while you're chilling and talking and having a good time, they're at the gym, getting stronger, getting faster, studying tape. They're right up your ass, guys. You be ready to bust ass. Lucha especially. You're being, you're coming across lines and you're coming over here to do something special. There's 1,000 that want your position. You better kick ass. Don't be lazy. I'll leave it at that then. Maybe I'll just stop right there, because it's not going to get better. Not going to get better. I was just honest. I was disappointed. And I thought I'd see more in him. He looked really good in LA, but I was worried. I was concerned about how he would look in singles action, because that's when you can be exposed for who you really are. You can hide in scrambles, you can hide in tags, but you can't really hide in singles. And here I was expecting more, and I got more out of Del Sol than I did out of him.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No, you're good.
No, that's it right there. The short way of putting what I said was shit or get off the pot. This is the top independent company out there. Oh God, I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say we're gonna have some openings here. Like Buster and the Brain are gonna be gone. Like Atticus was working with WWID. Like we got people that are leaving, and it's open. Spots are opening up, and it's time for that's why I think the Teriyakis of the world, as you were saying, the Gavin Ashes, those people that are hungry and working all over the world and getting better, are showing how much they want it, and they want that spotlight. They want the chance to have the ball and run with it and carry a company and become a regular and do what they've been doing, and showcase to Tony Khan that he's the next one up. Like I feel like there's a lot of people up and ready to take a lot of openings that might be coming up here in GCW in the near future, possibly.
Me and B will also both agree with you here. Bang and Matthews, badass, love them.
Yeah.
I miss when they were the Bang Bros. I'm sorry, but the name was just better. And I remember that whole thing when they got that email and they're like, bro, is this real?
Cease and desist.
Yeah.
Wasn't their name Cease and Desist for one day, I think?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So Cyan's going to hit on a point here where I'm going to just kind of say real quick. And this actually rolls into the Atticus versus Ali thing. There's nothing wrong with being entertaining, but I like my wrestling to still look like a fight. Too much playing around makes it look bad, no matter how many cool moves you do. Correct. And I'll be the one to say it. This is what worries me about the whole thing with the Cogars and Ali, is that just as we see what could be a more serious wrestling, something where fans can see more of a contest or really get into it, that's what's going on. They don't want to see Happy Fun Time. I really do think that Happy Fun Time killed GCW's momentum along with COVID back in the day. And that's the thing. Someone put in the word here, and I'm just going to put it: obnoxious. There was too many fucking matches and shows and wrestlers that they were just obnoxious, and it took away from the competition. It took away from the toughness that GCW was known for. And we talk about GCW having that bite. It was gone when it became ha ha he he happy friends time. And the problem is, it shouldn't be kindergarten playground time. It's supposed to be war. And so, yeah, I'm worried about us going in one direction and then it getting smashed by Happy Fun Time, because a lot of people are kind of sick at that and they're really ready to move into a new direction, which all of us were hoping that the Cogars were going to bring into GCW. We're full grown men. We're tired of he he happy time. If I wanted to watch kids get along, I'll watch Nickelodeon. Don't leave it that quiet, brother. No, Reed, you are right. I am the old stalwart. I'm so sorry, but I try to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just preserving it. I'm just preserving it. Don't have a lucha match with a tournament qualifier and then treat it like it's Happy Fun Time. Get the fuck out of here. Also, you were paid kindly to come in here and do your job. Do your fucking job and do it right, or get the hell out so someone else can understand what booking really means. Okay? What is he going to do? Go ha ha he he in the J Cup while you see other guys taking it seriously? There's two things in wrestling going on here. There's this participatory wrestling where everybody who wants to wrestle can wrestle. And then there's the other side of wrestling where it's like, honestly, you should work your ass off or you don't belong here. And it's really two schools crashing right now in wrestling. Back in the day, just because you wanted to wrestle doesn't mean you get a spot on the show because you put a ring together 3 times. It didn't work like that. If you didn't have the look, if you didn't have the attitude, if you couldn't sync it, like you end up sinking in a locker room back in the 90s. And now, you bring your fuzzy ear, whatever hat on, and everybody thinks you're cute and you have a job. And that's not always fun. And I'm tired of fun. And I'd honestly rather just see a real competition. GCW was known for having real tough, stiff, hard competitions. And that's what really put them on the map. So what I'm saying is I'm tired of fuzzy, and I think everybody's fucking tired of fuzzy. And I think a lot of us are tired of pushing fuzzy. Fuzzy's kind of boring after a while. And like I said, if I wanted to watch shit like that, I'll just watch cartoons. I want to see competition. I want to see blood. I want to see things really. I want realism. I want people to give me layers of things to look at. I want entertainment. I do. I'm tired of circles of friends. I'm tired of that shit. If they're going to be in a circle together, that's because they want to kick the shit out of a group of people over here. Yeah. Don't leave me alone like this anymore. It's going to get worse, bro. It is going to get worse.
Next match is Gringo Loco versus
I've been
Effy.
good all night. I've been good all night over this Atticus Alley thing, and I'm not going to make it any. I'm just not now. Not why we actually have something good. It's been a while. Please. Oh, God.
All right. Next
Shut up.
next match is Effy versus Gringo.
B is being smart. He is letting me just rant. Sometimes I need to, because every now and then the fucking shit just boils in there and I gotta say something. It's just
helping the chat's telling you to keep on going.
No, of course they do. Because I'm kind of saying some things the rest of us want to hear. For Christ's sake, do you think everybody wants to go to a show to watch a bunch of people fake wrestle and hug? Like, no, I want to see a beer crushed across someone's head. I want to see, just right now, what she's bringing does not really seem to mix with what GCW currently is right now. What I'm missing from GCW that I'm happy to see now is there's a more of a competitiveness. That's why I say I don't like happy fun time. I want to see competitiveness, not more violence as much as just, I want to see more emotion. I want to see more selling. I want to see more high spots. That's that stuff. I don't know. Brent, change damn subjects, dude.
I've announced this match 3 times.
Did you?
Effy versus Gringo.
I'm just so angry.
Yeah, I'll give you my notes first. So you don't cut me off.
Please change subjects. Hope I have a job tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll call back up in next week.
There's always Frank. Frank can do it.
Gringo versus Effy. I really wanted to see the Effy crash out against Gringo and all his friends because the story has been very interesting with Effy, especially after last night costing Effy costing Manders the belts the night before. It's going to be fun, and I think now with Ali being involved, I wonder to see if Ali is going to get hit by the Effy curse right now. But I think we got to see everything in this match. We got to see Lucha Effy, Extreme Gringo, and a very good wrestling match. And I think last week I was asking to kind of see, I don't want to see an Effy style match. I want to see a more Effy get Lucha and get crazy. And that's exactly what happened. And I enjoyed this match. I thought it was good. Gringo picking up the win and continuing Effy's misery and seeing how Effy reacted with Gringo afterwards. I'm all in for this, man.
I'm with you there. I think I would rather see Effy lean into Gringo style than vice versa, because I feel that pulling Effy towards Gringo's style stretches Effy out a little into other places he's never been before. And that's what I like to see. This will kind of say the same thing right here where Reed said that he proved himself here in the ring. Yeah, I think that's what was needed. Gringo did a badass job and basically made sure that Effy was a dancing partner all along the way. And yeah, I'll get into my notes finally now. I'm guessing that was Gringo's new music, as we've seen it now 2 times in a row. I do like the music better than his original music. And I hate to kind of say that sometimes, but the change, I can see it in the fans. This was a match between two GCW regulars who've been at it for years, and they had a more mature, hardcore match here. Great use of the weaponry. Effy suplexed Gringo onto a bunch of chairs. Gringo answered later when he executed his Spanish fly on Effy from the top rope through a door bridge. Both are swinging doors into each other's head. Effy with a super Effy Conrana from the top rope, sending Gringo Loco through a waiting door bridge. 18.5-minute match. I'm shortening it here so we can talk a little about it. Our winner, Gringo Loco, with an avalanche base bomb. My notes don't do it justice. There was a lot of drama and more standard wrestling in between here. How did you feel on this one?
It was good. Like I said, I enjoyed the actual wrestling on it this time. And yeah, I think Effy definitely proved his lucha here, proved himself in the ring. Reed, I'm sorry, man. You're about to have me go on a tangent here. That's where, like, then why are we having these matches? Why are we watching this? What does it matter then? Like, that's where I hate that. Wins and losses should absolutely matter. That's why we're watching these matches. That's why they're wrestling in the first place. I think when wins and losses don't matter, that's when we got huge problems. And then we're just back to super cards and having fun, as you were kind of saying, John. I think wins and losses do need to mean stuff. And I think as champions, you need to kind of make that matter and make that statement mean a little bit more here. I don't know. I'm the complete opposite on wins and losses there.
Yeah. I agree with you. Wins and losses should matter. My question is, will Brett be able to keep booking up as busy as he is to make sure that booking makes sense? And you and I both come to the same conclusion. Probably not. Also, it's independent wrestling. We give it more than it should. Sometimes a champion changes because, you know, the previous champion just can't make these dates because, you know, his job, you know, needs him in June. That's kind of how it works. Yeah, there's not always a grand scheme is what I've found out. And I think that's fair. Things have to be very fluid in independent wrestling. Let's see here. Effy's ass was out again. I even left the building showing his ass. Let's see.
This is for me right here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Hey, this wrestler loses 5 matches in a row, but gets a yeah.
That's fine. That's like kind of like the whole Oro thing. Like I'm glad Oro got in through the scramble and not just announced as being a part of it with showing up as a GCW and I think 2 or 3 straight losses right away. That's why I think wins and losses matter because each match should matter. Because like that's why I like some of these matches. Like, I hate to go against that Megan Bayne Priscilla Kelly. It was a good match, but that one, like, okay, that win or loss shouldn't matter because it did like that. That's why I'm saying like we're making it. That match didn't win or matter. Like if wins and losses did matter, then Megan Bayne should be moving up forward here, and Priscilla Kelly needs to be building her way back up, and that leads to more stories and emotions from people. Like I'm all for that though. KJ and Gringo, yes, that needs to happen next. I feel like wins and losses absolutely need to matter, or else what are we doing here?
We're on the same page there, brother.
And see, okay, we're bringing up the Hobbs thing. Like, that's different. Like, that shit happens. You got to get creative, have fun, do something. Like, that's different. Like, when Alec and Jordan, like, let's say they got pulled today and we had to do something like, and they had to drop it to a random team. Like, that's different. Like, that's shit that, like, you can't control. Like, you could kind of control where you're going with wins and losses when you're building up who you want to face in the tournament or who we want to see a collective. There's a reason why we see like seeing some of these wrestlers and talent on these shows now. You obviously have a plan for it. Make these wins and losses part of your plan and make it mean something instead of, oh, we got this person. Let's put on a cool match. Like I absolutely against that in wrestling.
It's been a therapeutic night, man.
I mean, I don't know. We might see tag champs out of nowhere. And like, I would be understandable. I'm like, okay, that's how we got there. That sucks. That's a transition. Injuries happen. Like shit happens. I get it. But like shit doesn't happen every single match, every single night in turn. Like we just use that. Like it's independent. Like I hate that answer. It's independent wrestling. You never like, we do know you did plan stuff out. Obviously you do have a
bingo.
Something going on. That's not a good. I hate when I have that answer. It's independent wrestling. It's like, yes, it is independent wrestling. Yes, it is life. Flights change, injuries happen, life happens. Like shit happens, but you didn't have it happen when you made and planned this out. Plan it. Keep on going with the plan. Like flesh it out a little bit more there for wins and losses. Effy and Allie
Oh.
tag champs.
Now it's your time. Now it's your time to do a little
I'm just
ranting.
done with wins and losses. I have always done wins and losses for a while. Like I some of these things I never always have a plan B. Brett, as he famously said, does not have a plan B.
No. Plan B. We are looking at Plan B. He's right here on our screen. B will, by the way, official announcement, B will be challenging for the World Championship next week at GCW. And if he fails, I'll be challenging. John Ash from production will be challenging.
Will be 2 losses from 2016, but I get the title shot.
Hey, get it where you can.
No. All right. Next match was Jordan Oliver versus Oro Annan. I gotta keep on adding Annan because I'm gonna say Mensa here. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping back just for a second and saying that actually is an okay idea. I know a lot of people are against it. I will say though, as tag champs, their tag team run a couple years ago was probably one of the most surprising and hardcore tag team runs you'll ever get. I don't even know if they can duplicate that run again. But I see where B's going to. They do need to survive without each other.
Yes.
And they need to know if they can float without each other. And I think Effy's kind of went that route and done fairly well with it. It's Allie's turn. Some feel that maybe she should have that challenge and some don't. I know she was injured during her challenge, but that was her challenge. But the other side says she just comes back and gets the challenge. I don't know. B, I know we're breaking match situation here. Do you think she should have gotten this challenge, or she should have went up the ladder and earned it?
Yeah, you could. Here's what I'm gonna backtrack on when I say wins and losses matter.
So sorry.
No,
yeah.
Here's where I'm gonna bite my own tongue and stab my own self in the foot here. Like, if we want to technically look, her last match was a technical loss against Effy, but here's why I say circumstantially shit happened and that's why it changed it. I think you could easily make the case of, hey, Allie was Allie had her title, had an opportunity, bad luck happened. We're going to skip that bad luck. We're just going to take the chance now. She does have history with Atticus. She possibly would have been in line for the next title shot if the injury didn't happen, and she maybe would have beat Effy, then maybe she would have been the new champion walking out of Emersyn with Mansour. I think her history has a lot more than Vengador coming in and challenging Atticus Cogar next week. Or who is it? Little Sicko. Let's go back to the Little Sicko one. Like, that one made no sense because of all those losses beforehand. And the only reason it made sense is because Brett on the Patreon podcast kind of said, like, hey, Atticus is a champion. He has control of who he wants to face and who he wants to showcase. He sees something Little Sicko. He wants to give the kid an opportunity, and that's it. As a champion, he could call out challengers. I'm cool with that explanation, but you can't just throw Vengador versus Atticus in there without saying Atticus asked for this. Like, there's no buildup or anything, then that doesn't make sense. Allie does make sense if you really look at it outside of the most recent wins and losses. I know, whatever.
No, you're good. What you're doing is you're looking at it from both sides. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Yeah, rational.
That's how you come to a decision, is you have to look at both sides of it first.
There we go. And why does Damien 666 get it? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, why didn't he just dress in black and crash something over,
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
So here's the thing, I guess, is there's fans that are really going to pop for this, and there's others that won't. I get that, and there are both sides. My thing, like I said, is just she's earned her shot, just not now, because I think what Atticus is doing, especially with Otis now tied into it, is quite large. One more tag team I could put into it, maybe, and I know this could be something that's the team of Danger and Sicko would be a possibility if they're really trying to get Danger and Sicko over, would be to put them as the tag team champions and let them kind of run through some locals. But I don't know how that goes either. I've just thrown it out there as a wild one.
I forgot what I was going to say here.
Welcome to chat.
Yeah, I don't know. Allie makes sense. I think Allie does completely make sense. Exactly. Like ELP going to show up. That's what's happening. Yes. Like, Karrion Kross would, I'm just using like a random, even though he didn't even get a title shot, but like, you would have people just come in and get these shots. Like, I hate that. Like, build up, like, you don't have to bring in a big name and shoot them right to the top. Let them go through our mids, build off, have good matches, build up these lower names with the bigger names. Let them get a little bit exposure while you get a little bit more GCW. And you don't have to slow build them up through a Karrion Kross has to go fight through a Gary J up to Atticus Cogar. But like, if Karrion Kross comes in and gets the next title, like if he's the next focus, like start him off with a Tony Deppen to kind of showcase the crowd, then you build them up to the next level. Like there is levels to wrestling. I'm sorry, and where you're at character wise and on the hierarchy and food chain, and I just don't think newer names should be thrown into the top of the spotlight. And I makes me feel bad for workers like Gringo and Tony who work all these years and never get title shots and bust their ass week in, week out, and then they don't get it. Like it drives me nuts when I do get those random names do it. Open challenge, I'm all for it because they're leaving it open. That's different. It's leaving it up to speculation. You're leaving it up to no one. It's not the booker here. You're doing this match because this person says so. Like, as long as there's a reason, explanation, I think that's why we getting through all these stories and explanations of why these matches are happening. Like, explain yourself, explain your reasoning behind it. That's all I ask. You can't just sit there and put the guy 0-3 fighting for the world title and say it makes sense because he's a bigger name. Like, no, it doesn't. Bigger names lost to a shittier name. Sorry. Like, how big of a name do they have if they lost to other names? Like, there's reasons why you heat wrestlers up at certain times, and there's a reason when they lose the belt, they fall off because you don't know what to do with them anymore.
I'm trying. I have a person that's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of their name right now. Who had Sydney Akeem, an amazing push. I think more wrestlers should go through that push before they get a crack at our champion.
Yep.
Also, another great blown story that just
lost to Vikingo, and that's it.
Yeah. and no lie, that was kind of a mistake, but it happened the way it happened. So you had to, yeah.
I'll take ELP because he's a bigger name at that point, even because Atticus, exactly. Thank you, Krule. Because he's from I'll take it because he's from New Japan. Like, I don't know. I know I'm hypocritical with that stuff, but
no, you're not.
I'm explaining myself at least where I feel like a lot of stuff is not explained and just left up for us to figure out.
I don't think anything's truly black and white, so it's okay for you to look at different points, and sometimes some of the points won't actually, jive together, but they do.
All right. I don't know. I announced this match.
Yeah,
Jordan
you announced the match. Shit.
Long time
okay.
ago.
I'll keep notes short. The crowd was split with Jordan and Oro chants. Oro is a vocal wrestler who works with the crowd. I enjoyed that. They both sold a solid struggle in the ring. There would be sparks of true excitement, and then they would settle back into a more classic back and forth. Fast forward, Oro went for the acid bomb. That didn't happen, not against Jordan. Moments later, Jordan connected with his own acid bomb and covered for 3. Our winner here, Jordan Oliver, at 14 minutes and 44 seconds. At the end here, Oro got an ovation that would make anyone feel accepted. What were your thoughts on this one?
I thought this was a big singles match here for Jordan. Oro looked incredible the night before in the scrambles, and he looked really good as a singles competitor in this one. I think this might have been the time we got to see a more complete Oro out of his short time here in GCW so far. It's always nice to see Jordan showcase himself in singles competition, even more especially now with the recent signing of Buster the Brain as a tag team. And I think this was a smooth TV singles match and a big win for Jordan and kind of a showcase match to show Jordan why he's TV ready right now.
Oh boy. I think it was a great match. I think Oro, he should be higher up the food chain. I could see him working at a bigger company down the road here. He's solid. One
thing I want to say for him though, I love how he came in with a name. I come in, take 2 losses. Like I'm going to rebuild my stuff here. And that's why I think I said after that first loss, I want to see him. I don't want to see the same Oro Fab 4 stuff from NXT. Like I want to see him flip it and showcase what this new Oro is and why people want to sign this new Oro and not the reason why old Oro got released. Like use this opportunity to reinvent yourself, get over with the crowd, try something new. And I think these singles matches with Jordan and kind of those first couple matches, I forgot who the first couple matches or singles losses, he picked up losses. And I'm happy to see that. I hate seeing these new people just come in and right away get up all these wins and once again going to wins and losses. Like I hate seeing them come in and just get up these wins, and depending on the name, where like I like to see new names come in and reinvent themselves and try something different and showcase why they want to be in GCW and what GCW is good for them right now to rebuild their new brand.
Where is Sydney? Do you know where he's at right now?
I think he's like last time I saw he's wrestling like some company like ACW or something like that. Like I saw like a little video highlight clip, and but I haven't seen him really as much as he obviously was around this time a year ago. So I don't know. Maybe he was taking the Ravens loss a little too rough this year.
I'll just say, as a Ravens fan, that was the hardest year that I've seen in 20 plus.
I take that joke back. Reed. He's making a movie. Good for him.
Nice.
He's so talented and nice. Like I loved seeing him. Like I would love to see him come back even.
Is he making a movie we can see in theaters, or is it one of those movies? Never know. You never know.
What's those movies? You left that way out there.
Oh, it's a funny joke, you know.
Okay. Next match was the main event of the evening, as it was for the GCW World Championship, as Atticus defends the belt against Priscilla Kelly.
I got you on that one, didn't I?
I was gonna,
It just made you stutter for a second. Okay,
3 hours.
Yeah, that's true. Atticus versus Priscilla. So Atticus walks out looking very upset with what happened after that attack by Ali. The skewers came out early in this match, just like the night before. Priscilla looks like she's having knee issues from that chair that Atticus had slid into her. I think she did a damn good job selling that, just like the night before when Atticus did it to, can't remember who that was, but
Manders.
They did a damn good job also. Who was it?
So the knee, sliding the chair into the knee.
Yeah, who was the Saturday nights?
Manders.
Okay, yeah, that was that one. Damn good job by Manders selling that also. Priscilla set up a door bridge on the floor. Atticus puts her through it with an air raid crash. A few minutes later, he puts her through a door with an air raid crash, then a chair with an air raid crash. Somehow Priscilla kicks out at 2 after all 3 of those. She gets skewered devil horns and eventually a brain hemorrhage for 3. Our winner and still the GCW World Champion, Atticus Cogar. How do you feel about this one, bud?
It was a good match. Kind of as you were saying, like the urgency of like the importance of the match and getting wins and losses. Like I saw like after that first air raid crash and everything that he did, the Atticus thought he finished Priscilla off and nothing would finish her off. And as the near falls kept on happening, you see he goes from shock to like, oh shit, to panic. Like I got to keep doing. What else do I have left in my arsenal to keep on winning this belt? And I love to see that little mind games of him with himself throughout the match. But Priscilla Kelly's been good in the ring. Like she's been stepping it up here, and I've been enjoying everything she's been doing in ring. After this, I would like to see her maybe dive more heelish and kind of do some more things to evolve her character in GCW moving forward as well.
Well, I'm going to just put this up here because Cyan, I think, agrees with your point. The match was well done. No playing around. Atticus was just straight up mean. The only thing that would have made it better is if PK won the night before and had some momentum going into this challenge.
Even with like, Priscilla could have used the alley being behind Atticus's back. Atticus have her look over his shoulder to defend the belt. It would have added more realism to Priscilla probably losing the belt and Ali just helping whoever she can to help get that belt off Atticus. So that way she could hold the belt as well.
Just announced Sydney Akeem versus Atticus Cogar for the GCW belt next week.
Phoenix.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if everybody's realizing, but next week there's no shows. So I'm booking GCW. Okay. So Reed Harris Cooper said for Akeem, it's an indie feature. So maybe not in theaters, but streaming video on demand, just as good. True. Zamzo said he's done ROH and TNA shots, recently did a Cirque du Soleil tour again. Nice.
Good for him.
Yeah. So after this match, Atticus grabs a mic and said he wants Ali in LA for the GCW World Championship. He will show her there's a new timeline and where her place is in it. So wouldn't it have been interesting to say, you haven't earned a shot with me? It's been a year. You've been sitting, maybe serving drinks at the local shows, but you haven't earned a shot. That doesn't mean she didn't earn it, but I'm saying he could just flat out be like, where have you been? Who are you? And why do you deserve to be in my atmosphere? You should be working from the bottom up. And if you're good, cream rises. But that's one way. The other way is, and the other way is just like he did there, grabs it by the balls and just says, look, we're going to do this in LA and I'm going to show you where you stand. I don't know how LA is going to handle this. This is going to be really interesting because LA likes attitude. So I don't know where this one lands. And I also don't think this is the end. I think this one's going to culminate in Las Vegas for the collective. That's just my opinion is I think that's where it goes. I think we have a fumble and then we have like two months of playing up storyline wise and go from there. But I don't know. Also, there's the possibility Effy costs her championship shot. He's done it to Manders and, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. I hope it doesn't happen in LA. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know at this point. I don't want Atticus this thing to stop in April. Now, who knows to say what between now and April how I feel about it. But as of right now, I just don't see anything that makes me want to take the belt off Atticus at this point. What did Atticus spoil, Crow? Sorry, that's what kind of stopped me in my tracks there. Watch it. I just found this wrestling. Where can I watch it? Judas or Daslaw, not Judas Law. Daslaw, Triller TV.
Yeah, so you can go to Triller TV. You can find it on there. It's a monthly subscription, but I think it's like $5, $6, $7. Totally worth it. There's a bunch of independent wrestling on there. I think slap fights and bare knuckle fighting is on there. Like there's some wild shit on there. If you're bored at 2 a.m. in the morning, you'll find somebody inflicting pain on someone on Triller. There we go. Yeah, Triller's $7.99 and usually has a trial.
Sorry.
I say give it a run. There's not a lot of people that get disappointed with GCW. And like I said, every Tuesday night you see our show, we're spending time together as a family. So it doesn't hurt if you've got nothing to do to come just spend time and be part of our community. A lot of these guys you see in chat right here end up meeting each other at shows and just chilling out together. So, I mean, this is a great way to get a family.
I'm not going to go on a tangent like earlier, but Crow, that's what I'm talking about too. Like some of this stuff too, like you just spoil it and give it away. That leads and that kind of ruins for someone like me, like going into the match, who I really think is going to win and how it changes. I mean, sometimes it does make it very easy, but I love the surprise factor of it and the being in suspense. And sometimes those little details like that do ruin the suspense for fans that catch those little things.
Okay, so I'll just talk about this real quick. Yeah, Stackhouse will be out here in Las Vegas at the end of the month. There's going to be a World Bagel Eating Championship, and Triller actually asked Sam Stackhouse to be in the competition. So, Sam, congratulations on that. We're happy for him. This is exposure, man. He wants to get out there and get himself seen. This is where to do it. The bagel eating will be free. Thanks, will do for a good change. Yeah, I say give it a run, maybe a month or two, just to maybe see how you like it or not. But most people, they end up liking it after a while. You're going to find that a lot of wrestlers watch GCW and you wonder why they go through our roster and comb through it so often. Like I said, with AEW, a good chunk of that roster came through GCW years before they made it on TV. We'll see how it goes. Crow said, if Sam wins, will he defend the title on GCW? I fucking hope so. Wouldn't that be fantastic? You get one person in the crowd to challenge Stackhouse to a bagel eating contest.
You give Kobayashi the title. He hasn't won a match in 5 years. Kobayashi, the food eater.
Yeah, you know what? I don't watch him. I'll watch Beard Meets Food. He's cool. There's another guy called Randy Santel, and there's another one called Katina Eats Kilos. And I watch those. Like, we eat dinner. Our family eats dinner and literally watches people do like challenges at restaurants and shit. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's variety. Get ready for like ECW. That's kind of what you're going to end up with is ECW, but the training wheels are fully kicked off and you don't know what the hell you're getting on any night. It could be 2 lucha matches. You're definitely going to see a couple matches where there's bleeding going on. It's wild. In GCW, you're either on the way up, on the way down, or you're somebody who, is a veteran who's trying to help out the younger people. So,
and just check out our channel. We've been showcasing our favorite matches over the last couple of weeks from the GCW library. So yeah, about once a week on Tuesday, 1 match, maybe 2, depending on the night. We do a quick little watch along. So if you're interested in some of it, go check out some of our most recent past episodes. We've done a couple watch alongs and watched a couple matches on our last few episodes.
Highly recommend. Yes, Bear Bronson is here quite a bit. I highly recommend our Christmas show. We had 3 different wrestlers come on, and all 3 of those wrestlers sat down and did match watch alongs. The first one is Matt Tremont, and we reviewed the #1 match voted on by fans ever at GCW. It is like a bloody nasty match. Also, yeah, if you look up Bear Bronson, his debut over here at GCW was probably one of the best death match debuts we have ever seen. Period. Yeah, we're underground and it's fun as hell. We're what everybody's watching when the TV's when everybody else goes to sleep at night. We're what the naughty kids are watching. I have another question, because we were talking about tag teams who can step up. I have an idea. I want to hear what listeners have to say about it. He's already dying laughing. Okay, here's one. What if we have the team of Dr. Redacted and Krule? We call it Dr. Frankenstein. We've got the Doc. We've got the monster. What about that? And to protect Krule and his monster. Yeah, well, I mean, to protect Krule though, his character, let's have Dr. Redacted take the pin.
Yeah, but you also have him controlling the monster too. Like, yeah, that makes it just makes sense. I like it. I like that tag team for sure.
I just want to throw it out there because I think it's a great idea. I wonder what Doc would think. I'd love to hear what Brett would think, but that would be an interesting one, and we would have 2 fan favorites together. No, I don't know. I see that one really working if both of them really leaned into it. We'll find out. Maybe one day.
I like it.
So was there anything else you want to discuss on this show before we jump into just that little upcoming statement?
It was a fun weekend. I enjoyed the energy both crowds brought. I very much loved all the stories, all the stakes involved in a lot of these matches, the J Cup progression, showcasing some talent that we're going to be seeing during Collective Weekend, a lot of different styles of matches. I have nothing really bad to say. I thought it was a pretty positive weekend all weekend. A lot of fun stuff to obviously talk about for 3.5 hours tonight.
Gillies was awesome as always. I love Wave in Wichita. I'm really hoping we go back there because, again, that backdrop was unique. No other venue have we went to that had that beautiful wall. It had the plants streaming down it. It had the pink and purple neon lights, and it said Wave on the wall. Like, it's so unique. You can't mistake that for another place. So again, as long as I'm hopefully the fans support the product as it keeps coming through, because I could see that being a place that we talk about 10, 15 years from now. Hey man, it'd be cool to have someone in Creative Pro, make a Wave, the Wave, place, or the Carousel, or some of these other places we have. Yeah, we'll see what happens though. Yeah, Reed Harris Cooper said not only was that Bears deathmatch debut, but his first match since actually having his contract ended. Yeah, that's the other part. That was his first match after having his contract ended, and you literally see the guy's stress levels go down, and you just see him break loose. You see a man break loose. It's like when Moxley went over to AEW before it was AEW, and you see him take that first shot from glass, or was it glass? Or there was something. Was it a gusset?
No, it was a glass. When
it was glass.
Threw the glass out of his face. Yeah.
And you see him just wake up like, oh my God, that's how that used to feel. That's what I think Bear was doing here. He was just coming alive.
Didn't he say he almost like passed out too? Like when he came out, like all the adrenaline, like he just like had to catch himself because like the adrenaline dump right away was just amazing.
Yeah, and that's just, see, Crow's also working in here. That was glass. Okay, so I'll just go with our upcoming show. Next Tuesday, Beastman will be with us for the entire evening. You'll get to chill, have fun, relax. He is really excited to be with us. We can't wait to see him. He's got an amazing story. I don't know how many people know, but he's a trainer. He's a promoter. He's done it all. He's good friends with Matt Tremont, worked with him all through West Virginia. There's a lot to talk about. He just got back from Japan. Oh, there we go. He just got back. Did you use the husk trick? Just got back from Japan. He's going to have some wonderful stories. I thought someone would just mention Mickey in there earlier. Maybe he has a story. I don't know. But if he does, I'm sure it'll be entertaining. Yeah. So that will be next Tuesday. We're going to spend the evening together again. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Anything else you'd like to say before we get the hell out of here?
No, yeah, I'm very interested to see the conversation with Beastman. It's going to be fun to talk about everything that he has to talk about. As you said, I think there's a story in there, and I'm excited here. We've said it before. This is someone who I was hard on the very first time I saw him. It wasn't for me, but ever since then has just grown as a performer and has knocked every opportunity that he has had out the park. And yeah, Husk. We'll have a lot of Husks next week's in chat. I'm excited. I want to hear the story about Beastman because this is kind of, like I said, one of those ones that wasn't for me, but grew into someone that I could thoroughly enjoy and kind of go out of my way to see their stuff outside of GCW as well, just because of how much he's grown and the work that he's put into improve in the ring. And that's where I'm tough on wrestlers, where I'm like, if it's not in ring for me, it's not for me. It doesn't mean they're bad, but it's just not for me. But he has won me over with his style. And like I said, seeing him improve every time we see him. And I'm excited. Like him just soaking in the mall show, American Dream, of just looking in and you see like, that was kind of like a cool moment of him. And I want to see the man behind the beast and talk to the man behind the beast this time.
He's going to be a fun one to talk to. For me, I wasn't sold initially on the first match or two. They were matches. However, when he went to Japan, I actually bought, what show was it? Doesn't matter. One of the Japanese, I was up at like 3-4 in the morning to watch this.
Did.
Which one? It was it was from last year though.
Yeah.
The last year one.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I saw him come out. I basically got it because I wanted to see Schlack go deep into the tournament. And Beastman took his ass out in round one. I was so pissed off. But then I kept watching and I'm like, wait a minute. He obviously has picked up something in Japan because it's like Beastman knew exactly who and what he was once he started working there and came back. And that's when Beastman became something different for me, where I'm like, okay, this guy's legit. He just needs a little more time in GCW. And then boom, he kicked off just like that. So yeah, he's going to be really fun to talk to. He rolls with punch as well. So that time he tripped, or if he tears down something, and he's got a good amount of humor to him, and he lets everything roll off his back well. He also grew up maybe 15-20 minutes from where I grew up in Ohio. So it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it was the King of the Death match last year.
Yeah, King of the Death match, man. That was a wild show, but yeah, took out Schlack in first round.
That was the one that made me follow him. Like that was the match. You sending me that thing and saying, check it out, and I was like, okay, and I watched him. Like, is this the same guy? Like,
yeah,
this is the same guy that we just, like, I was like, whoa, he's changed, and I want to see the change. And since he's been back and doing his thing in GCW, it's been fun. So I'm excited. And yeah, no one guessed the other one yet, so we'll leave that mysterious no show up in the air, and we'll announce it when the time's right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, behind the scenes, I saw that. Next morning, I'm like, B, you gotta see what Beastman is doing in Japan. It just like you could see it all clicked. It's like someone sat down with him and said, look, you are this. You should be this, 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 and this. Like the walk changed, the approach changed. It all worked. He went like 3 rounds deep into that tournament. It was killer. Oh, Beastman and Sam are still brawling, huh? Jeez. Okay. If you could, please, I don't know how many likes there are, but there's never always enough. We always need more. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell, thanks again for those who have donated, especially tonight again. Carnival, thank you so much. You can find B at B_GC World. You can find me at GC World Podcast. As always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us tonight. We'll be seeing you next week when we sit down with Beastman. Is there any parting words, B, before we head out?
Thank you all again. Thank you, Chaos, for the super sticker earlier. Thank you for the chat. Wonderful chat again. Hey, I'm all for Beastman going against Atticus Cogar. He's earned it.
Oh. Oh.
Wins and losses matter, everyone.
Damn it.
All right. Here we
go. Clown got home. It's good to see Clown got home safely, by the way. we are family. It's good to see he made it.
Yes.
Let's send him out like we always do, man.
Oh my God, he fell asleep already.
Live.
Oh, he's
sleeping. Behind.
GCW.
Love y'all. Have a
Thank
great
you,
night.
everyone.